This is the Esports World Cup 2025, and it just got bigger. Over 2,000 players from more than 200 clubs will battle it out in the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and endurance. With a life-changing prize pool of over $70 million on the line, the stakes have never been higher.
But only one victor into the grand finals.
The prize money will be distributed across the main event, MVP awards, and the qualifiers. And on top of that, an additional $25 million is up for grabs in the cross-game competition, Club Championship. The week of July 7th, the action kicks off with 7 weeks of intense competition. The world's top esports clubs will go head-to-head across 24 of the biggest games in esports.
Oh, it's Savage into Leona, but that's amazing!
Every match, every moment, every play brings us closer to one question. Who will rise above the rest?
They will march on to the semifinals.
Every club will be looking to challenge the 2024 title holders, Team Falcons.
Club champions.
At the end, the club champions will be crowned.
Reign supreme for the Esports World Cup.
Here's what it takes to come out on top. Each club can compete in all 25 tournaments to earn points and climb the club championship leaderboard. The more points a club accumulates by the end of the tournament, the higher its ranking. The club with the most points wins the EWC and is crowned the best esports club in the world, taking home $5 million. But this isn't just a competition. The Esports World Cup will transform Riyadh into the largest gaming festival ever. Esports fandom meets gaming culture, offering visitors immersive experiences across more than 50,000 square meters. This will be a true celebration of everything that makes gaming great. The world will be watching. Be there. Witness the action. See you in Riyadh.
Headstomper 2025 here in conjunction with Malmö Games Week. We are, of course, in the lovely Malmö, Sweden, as usual. We're about to get down to some Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. You know the drill. New game, same old commentary duo. What's up, bro?
Absolutely.
Hey. Good to see you, Toast. How are you doing, my man?
I am doing fantastic. I'm super happy to be back here at Headstomper, one of my favorite offlines to attend every single time. And I'm so happy to be back on the mic with you. It has been way too long, my brother. So I am very happy to hop back in with some good Fatal Fury City of the Wolves right here.
Yeah. Yeah, we've both been loving this game so far, and obviously SNK and the Esports World Cup have been doing a lot for fans here, and all the players here at Headstomper are, if they manage to reach the end, they are eligible and will qualify for Esports World Cup with a $1 million prize pool, as well as the SNK World Championship, which also, I believe, has $1.5 million prize pool for Fatal Fury.
Absolutely life-changing money, and people are going to be fighting hard for that one, just like our two first competitors who are going to be going up right here. We have the Hawa on the Tizok here, the Griffin mask, versus Waranoi on the Bia Jenny, a character that I know you like a lot.
I am a big fan of Bia Jenny, and I actually know Waranoi, but haven't seen him for a while. He has the weirdest controller. I don't know if he still uses that, but it's like a little briefcase that he walks around with, with buttons on it.
We're going to need a cam on that one later.
Yeah, I don't know if he still has it, but I remember that from pre-COVID. It was very strange. So yeah, Tizok and Janet, not exactly a common matchup. Both of these characters are pretty rare to see. Tizok, obviously a big menace in one beta. Then they were like, nah, we can't let that rock. We need to get rid of that. So got a bit nerfed in a healthy way. I mean, I don't know if he's bad, but he needs to work hard.
Certainly. I mean, kind of the classic big body grappler dilemma, right? You do have to work your way in.
Yeah.
But once he's in, he's an absolute menace, has some really, really strong options. But right now, Vardanoi is doing his best job to make us see none of that by just running this pressure game. A lot of nice feint breaks right here to try and keep up the pressure. And the Hauer is just stuck in the corner here.
Yeah. Yeah, being plus on that feint cancel means that Janet can do some absolutely gnarly pressure, like we saw there. And this is where it really comes in that, as we were saying, like, TEKKEN needs to work hard, right? Yeah. He doesn't have any reversal or anything like that that he can just throw out to mess with your pressure in those situations. So it's relatively free for Janet to just do that, unless the TEKKEN is really good at, like, using the mechanics, like Just Defend. I think being able to use the system mechanics is essential for a character like TEKKEN.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's why I'm really looking forward to just seeing how much this game is going to develop as well, right? We have incredibly strong system mechanics between things like hyper defense, zero frame supers. It's just incredible what you can do once you really study up on those matchups and you really get comfortable with those system mechanics. So I'm really looking forward to watching this game develop as it goes. I mean, you can't really believe that it's been out for like a month at this point, but there's already been so much action. We've seen so many beautiful tournaments already with incredible international competition, just like Headstomper this year.
Absolutely. Headstomper has a gigantic turnout. We've got so many good players here. We've got, I mean, for you and me, who come from a different game, people might recognize we have Score, who was famous in that game, but he's mostly known for SNK games, and, you know, he's here to represent in Fatal Fury.
Absolutely. The Chizaru goat in the King of Fighters.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we have all these people. We have a bunch of Middle and South America representation with Shadow X and Wero Asamiya.
Absolutely,
And I know there are a bunch of others as well. We also have, outside of Score, we have Asian representation. I believe Matt KOF is here. We also have ET.
Yeah, and a bunch of other really strong names that you will certainly recognize if you've been following SNK games at all. Yurikov, of course. Recently, my goat, Dai, who has been on an incredible rise right here. Players currently deliberating. We are playing first to two, so it's going to be...
Vardanoi getting out there. Quick win with Janet there. So, you know, love to see it. Can't quite see his stick from here, but it's a little box. It's very strange. Yeah, look at it. It's hard to see. But yeah, it's basically a wooden box that he put buttons in.
I bet that one's always fun at the airport when he's going international.
Yeah. I've had some stories of people trying to get through the airport with their sticks, and it's not always easy. All kinds of suspicions about what it might be. I remember one old one was a very famous Guilty Gear player here in Sweden, Shinjin. He was going to a tournament and he had his stick, and this was like a while ago. Yeah. So Guilty Gear was not like
not exactly established. Yeah.
Exactly, it's not something people really know. So he was like, "What do I?" It was the Danish airport. And he was like, "What do I do to get through here?" They're asking about the stick, and he was like, it's for playing Tekken.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, oh, okay. And then, you know, another guy, one of these workers approaches, and the first guy goes, don't worry, he's playing Tekken. All right, so okay, I'm going to call this guy out. Riktig Ninja, he's a Swedish mainstay. He's been around for ages. Most successful game for him is a game near and dear to my heart, and game near and dear to SNK Heads' hearts, Samurai Showdown.
Oh.
He was really good in Samurai Showdown. So, for the longest time, his name has been Riktig Ninja, which translates to Real Ninja.
Yeah, Real Ninja, yeah.
The only game where he actually plays a ninja is Samurai Showdown. And that's the game he gets the best results in. Why aren't you playing ninjas every time? The evidence is clearly there. Of course, he does not play ninjas here. He plays Terry.
No Hokutomaru coming up. But don't worry, guys. If you at home are fans of Hokutomaru, you will be seeing him quite a lot today. I've already been peeping over the shoulders of the casual games being run yesterday. And a lot of our top talent we have right here at this tournament is going to be representing that character.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We already have, in the top 16, ET and Marn both played Hokutomaru. They're already qualified for the top 16, which we're going to be running later today. There might have been another Hokutomaru or two in there, but there are going to be more. I know Score is playing Hokutomaru.
Dai is playing Hokutomaru.
Yeah. Dai is going to be here in this pool, so there's a lot of Hokutomaru going around. And, you know, if that's not enough to scratch your ninja itch, Andy Bogart's coming up.
Absolutely, yeah. That's going to be another fun character coming up, of course, SNK, giving you and all the people what they want, which is, you know, the DLC being included with the first season of the game. So if you purchase the game on Steam, you are going to get that first season pass right with it. So you're going to be able to enjoy Andy Bogard and friends, even the Street Fighter crossovers happening later with Ken and Chun-Li making their way over. I personally imagine can't wait to do Feint Jinrai to people.
Yeah, it is the SF6 iteration of Ken, so you're probably going to see a lot of inspiration from the SF6 moveset in particular.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Feint Jinrai, probably going to be in there.
Absolutely, I hope so. I'm rubbing my hands together.
Yeah,
Yet another game where I get to do that to people.
Yeah. Oh, so it's a Terry mirror, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Not opposed to seeing that. I'm a big fan of
Absolutely
Terry.
not. Yeah,
Always
same.
been. You know, you have me on Steam. I have the Terry avatar.
Exactly.
Rocking it since forever, so
Exactly.
I'm all for it.
Rocking it indeed. But yeah, this is going to be a very fun one. Terry, a character that a lot of people consider to be kind of on the cusp. You know, he's a character who does a ton of damage, who generally has strong tools, but it's just overshadowed a little bit by some of the reigning top tiers at the moment. But he's still a character that is absolutely capable of incredible results, and we have seen a lot of good Terry play already. And right now, we're seeing a nice little extension here from your real ninja friend.
Yeah, apparently he name switched to the last Ronin. I wasn't aware, but maybe he took it to heart when I called him out, because I did do it off stream earlier as well.
Very good.
Telling him that you can't have this name when you refuse to play ninja as well. So the last Ronin, I mean, I guess it works. I told him to start, because he was going by Real Ninja.
Yeah.
I told him to go by Real Wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
the last wolf,
you know,
maybe, you know,
we'll
mixing
see.
it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But right now, he's taking the first round here over Minsk from Finland. Once again, also rocking the Terry. I do like the black jacket on the Terry, gotta say.
Yeah, it's pretty
Appreciate the
stylish.
drift.
Oh, nice!
Yeah.
That's a really good conversion of the anti-air. Cashes it out with the super as well.
Yeah, and unlike some other, you know, if you're maybe used to something like KOF, anti-airing in this game is very rewarding, and you can see it once again right there. Of course, the overheat cutting the combo short for Minz, but if you get those break DP anti-airs, you can really cash out into a lot of damage. Speaking of a lot of damage, the fatal counter right there doesn't quite get the super cancel, but Minz still able.
Yeah, and you can see actually he's rocking the Samurai Shodown shirt, like the real OG that he is. So yeah, good start there. The last Ronin, as he is now known, taking the first game.
The artist formerly known as
the artist formerly known as Real Ninja. Yeah, let's see. Oh, nice. And yeah, this is that conversion that we saw earlier. Gets a lot of corner here from the run as well. There we go.
Just letting the DP rip as well. No fear whatsoever. Nice little feint extension there on the conversion. Burning in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ah, didn't get the anti-air. That's unfortunate, but this should close it out. Not quite. Oh, just the overhead. Good stuff.
Cheeky overhead, always gonna do it. Of course, one of the Terry classics. Decent range on that one as well, so you can space it out. But this is gonna be a good opening here for him, getting things started. Spending some of that ref meter, but still, you know, sticking around that 20% mark right now. Has a lot of juice left in the tank, but
that wasn't even an anti-air. He hit him on the ground.
He just did it.
Okay.
That was just an anti. No air to be involved.
Exactly. Oh, no conversion, unfortunately. But any good hit here could... Oh, Minz got the good hit instead. Nice, good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to a final round here in this game, which of course puts the last Ronin on set point. We are playing first to 2. Something I have to adjust because I was just commentating a first to 3 game, so yeah, I gotta lock in on that.
Okay, yeah, the light jump attack means that that's not gonna be a huge conversion, but kind of optimized there. Trying to push towards the corner.
Anti-air with the sweep. I mean, if it works, it works. But this is going to be a massive starter right there for the last round. This is going to be a big extension. Does have the SPG. We're going to see the hidden gear coming out. Absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, and that's going to close out the set for the artist formerly known as the Real Ninja.
Absolutely. And I heard he can do this all day.
I can do this all day. Good stuff there from Real Ninja, Real Wolf, the last Ronin. None of us know what he's actually going
by. A man
of
many names.
Man of many names. So, not sure who's coming up next here. I know we have Dai somewhere on the docket. He's in this pool. Who else did we have in here?
Let's take a look right there. That should be concluding the round 1 for us, but we're going to be moving on to round 2, where we have a bunch of big names that are going to be coming up on stream, including, and not limited to, of course, Score. We were talking about him earlier, one of the all-time greats of SNK games, as well as some other really well-known names, like, you know, of course, Zuni, one of the incredibly strong Moroccan competitors, SPG being activated in the background, and, of course, Dai, my GOAT, someone who I've been a good friend of and who has been one of my favorite players to watch for a very long time.
Me when Dai.
Yeah.
Me when Dai.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah, so actually, I want to give a special shout out to Zuni, because I know you talked about this as well. He traveled so much. Way before there were big prize pools for SNK games, just for the love of the game. And I remember the first time I saw him was at Brussels Challenge, I want to say 2022, where he was in grand finals against a longtime friend of mine, Boblan.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people who like SNK games should be familiar with, because he was playing back in KOF 13. And he was in grand finals against Zuni in KOF 15. And it was running really late. They were trying to get us out of the venue. Like, the security showed up.
Yeah, I remember
but
that.
They were like, no, they need to play this out. And it was a really hot summer evening, and you could see the sweat glistening as the set just kept going on and on.
Exactly. I was there for that as well. I was sticking all the way until the end. I remember Bublan powering up with the double snooze.
Yeah, the double snooze right under the lip. It was such a good game, and yeah, Sony, I'm pretty sure Sony won that one in the end.
Yeah, he did end up taking it in the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, Zuni, I mean, as we mentioned, traveling even to like a smaller tournament, like the first crossover over in Germany back then used to be hosted in Cologne. He actually showed up there just pretty much for the love of the game, with just kind of a smaller KOF bracket. Showed up, of course, tore through it as he does.
Yeah.
And you always got to appreciate people who are willing to, you know, go out there and travel just for the love of the game, really enjoying it. And I mean, now he really has something to fight for with these EWC qualifiers, which once again, might I remind you, Headstomper is one of those.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake here. You have the SNK World Championship spot for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and you also have the Esports World Cup spot. And the SNK World Championship finals don't have a date yet. That's going to be coming up at some point. But Esports World Cup is in the middle of July in Riyadh. So
gonna be warm.
Yeah, it's gotta be hot. So better be adjusted for some really hot sets.
Absolutely. But we are gonna be getting right into the heat of battle right here with these two rearing up and ready to go. We have Glenn versus Zuni. Glenn, a player that I'm not personally familiar with, so this is gonna be interesting to see.
I feel like I heard people talking about him earlier today, because that rings a bell for me, but I can't remember what it was. It was something about... I can't remember.
In the meantime, I do really like his hat with the glizzy on it.
It's a very cool hat, not gonna lie. Incidentally, do you know who Zuni plays in Fatal Fury?
I've actually not seen him. I've not had the pleasure of seeing him play Fatal Fury yet.
Yeah,
so
because I only saw him play KOF.
Exactly, same. So I'm really looking forward to watching him play. Let's see if we're going to get yet another Hawk tomorrow.
I heard a Hotaru.
Yeah.
So one of them is playing Hotaru for sure. Because
Definitely.
I heard the supposedly innocent girl voice before she murders people.
Absolutely. You know, at least her brother is up front with you.
Yeah, exactly. He's honest. In a way.
Yeah, I love to hear that as a Gato player. I don't get to hear that a lot. But yeah, looks like we might get some B Genet action.
More B Genet?
More B Genet. I mean, this pool was curated just to make you happy.
Apparently, yeah, because you know, I put the results in for all these tournaments. I never see B Genet at all. Getting to see more Genet, that's just what I need, man.
Exactly. I'm just going to say it's pretty safe to assume that Zuni will likely be playing Hotaru here. Of course,
assume so.
My man is gunning for that prize pool, for that qualification. And if you want to be competing right now, and if you want to be playing one of the stronger characters in the roster, I mean, Hotaru is the one to do it with.
Yeah, I would say most people consider Hotaru number one.
Yes,
Hotaru and Kain and then Hokumaru are the characters that people keep bringing up.
Yeah.
And most people say, yeah, and Hotaru is number one.
Yeah, and now in, you know, a post-Goichi world, Marco definitely making his way up into the conversation as well. But
yeah, I was actually talking to Score yesterday, and he said Hotaru and Kain are top 2.
Yeah.
Then he said there are 4 characters vying for the remaining top 5 spots. And he said it was Hokumaru, obviously, Marco, I'm trying to remember. I believe he said Billy was one of them, which makes sense with the results we've seen. Who was the last one?
Well, don't say Gata, that would hurt my agenda.
It was Gata, sorry.
Dang it.
I apologize.
Yeah, look at right there.
Glenn is playing Janet and Sony on the Hotaru. It makes sense. And Hotaru, I think one of the best things about Hotaru is just how safe she is and how good her conversions are in like basically any situation. You're gonna see Sony get some stray hits here that are gonna lead to some massive damage.
Absolutely. I mean, Hotaru is a character who's just universally strong in pretty much every aspect of the game, right? Like, she plays system mechanics well, she just gets good conversions off of everything. She just has every tool you would want and need in a character.
For sure. That's what we were talking about earlier. Just keep pressuring with the feint cancel there. Oh, didn't get the full just defend there.
Yeah, tried to go for a guard cancel right there, probably into the ref blow, but this is going to be quite a big punish here. Glenn revving up all the way to 93%, but keeping the combo going. It's just one good hit away from finishing things out, as Zuni is now finding himself in overheat, but it's also working on just that last little bit of damage.
To close it out there. So the thing about overheat, for those who aren't entirely familiar with Hidden Fury, you keep seeing these cancels with EX moves into EX moves, and that's by using the rev gauge. But once you hit overheat, you're not able to do that anymore. So the combos are going to be a lot less spectacular if you get pushed into overheat. So that's the risk of using the resources.
Yeah.
Because this is what you're used to seeing.
Exactly. And more so than that as well, you do also have that little blue gauge under your health bar as your guard bar, which once you're in that overheat mode is going to start filling up, and as soon as it depletes entirely, you just get guard broken and open up for a full combo.
Yeah. So definitely not recommend to be in overheat, but it's gonna happen. Like, you wanna do the flashy stuff, you wanna convert to big damage, you risk going into overheat afterwards, and that's basically what we saw there earlier. He went for the full conversions, he got out of like bad situations and then ended up in overheat, but still closing out that first game is Sony, and yeah, going into game 2.
Absolutely. Zuni, of course, I would definitely say someone who I could consider a favorite in generally quite a lot of this bracket, someone who has put in a lot of results with a really nice anti-air conversion there, of course, as well, off of the universal anti-air option that you have with that down rev blow.
Yeah, and I think that's something we've started to see people use more of as weeks have passed, because right at the start people weren't really using it that much, but it's such a good tool, and for a lot of characters it gives a huge conversion, and very good awareness there. Sony actually fully prepared for the distance to be that far from the SPG, so just in case you're doing a SPG here, I'm gonna be ready to do a full punish, and that's exactly what happened.
Of course, you know, finishing off the round with a true tried and tested SNK classic, the empty hop into the low.
Yeah. That is the SNK classic for sure, and you're seeing this really nasty pressure here from Glenn. And Sony kind of just taking it, but there's the anti-air. He was just waiting for Glenn to go to the air. What's the Oki gonna be here?
Absolutely, and of course,
not a safe jump?
Actually crossing himself up a little bit there, the super coming out for Glenn. And this is one way to get things started right now. DP coming through from Zuni, of course, Hotaru, a character who has a strong meterless DP option.
Ooh, okay. That puts him out of SPG, so not gonna have that available for him. Oh, didn't get the punish. So unfortunate. Glenn relying a bit too much on the counter now, because that is susceptible to lows. Yeah,
this is going to do it here. The wild punish going to be coming through from Zuni. Glenn betting it all on the super at the end, and Zuni just running and getting that wild punish. And of course, if you get those wild punishes here in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, you get to cash out into all sorts of damage.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of like Crush Counter used to be in Street Fighter V, but it's not as prevalent. It's something you don't see it as much, because it kind of has to be, I don't want to say it has to be earned, because that sounds like I'm downplaying other games, but
exactly,
it's basically something that you have to really be looking for to get.
most of the
very
time.
rare for it to happen by accident.
Exactly. Most of the time it's going to be coming out of something like whiff punish situations.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely another mechanic that just kind of rewards you playing that clean neutral and rewards you getting those whiff punishes in, getting those big punishes on things like supers getting whiffed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, this is a very high damage game when it comes to those hits, especially if you find yourself in SPG. You often see people taking like 70% off of these wild punishes.
Yeah, it's a massive damage game, but you don't see the damage unless it's being properly aimed for, and that's what makes it feel fair when you get hit by it. Because you're never gonna eat that and feel like, oh, but I did nothing to deserve this. It's like, wait, how did I end up in this situation? And if you backtrack and look through it, you're gonna be like, oh, I messed up here.
Yeah.
That's what led to me taking
with the
all
big
this
heavy
damage.
button, and now I have to pay in kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got another really cool set coming up. Of course, we talked about him earlier. We have Score himself making his way to the stage. Gonna be, of course, repping that Hokutomaru, a character that we already talked about at length, being one of the premier menaces of this game right now in this early meta. Gonna be going up against Maiko.
Yeah, so Score, extremely popular player. As you were saying, like, he is one of the absolute hotshots from the Japanese SNK scene. He's been around for a while. I don't know if he was playing in KOF 13. I never saw him. But in KOF 14, he was very active. Then transitioned to a few other like non-SNK series, but he was very active in Samurai Showdown as well, KOF 15 obviously. And now in Fatal Fury, he's going really hard. And he is a gigantic fan of all things SNK. I was talking to him for an hour yesterday.
Yeah, I was
all of it was about
that,
SNK, you know? And just like, we were talking about Terry in Street Fighter, and it was like, there's nothing wrong with Terry in Street Fighter, but the way he moves is he moves in the way the developers intended him to move. That's what he said, and I was like, that's such a good way of putting it, because that makes sense, and that's what you would think you want from a game. But with SNK games,
it's all very stylized. You know, you just have that certain bit of SNK flair, a little bit of SNK zing to everything.
And even just looking at the Tizok stuff from the beta, there's gonna be stuff that you are not prepared for, and that one got patched, but they let stuff rock a lot of the time. They see stuff and they're like, you know what? We never even thought about applying this way, but this is fun, so let's leave it in. And that was kind of where we were at when we were talking about Terry, because like usually you'll find something crazy. And in Street Fighter 6, like, that's not that type of game. Street Fighter 6 is a pretty straightforward game, and Terry is very straightforward in it, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But that is not an SNK game, right?
It's not the SNK way of doing things, but right now, we're going to get an interesting matchup right here, one that I haven't actually gotten to see all that much. We're going to get Cristiano Ronaldo on the screen, the CR7.
I've been seeing a lot of Ronaldo, actually, and a general sentiment that's going around among players of Fatal Fury is that he's the only mix-up character.
Yeah.
That's what people are saying. So for a lot of people who come from other games where you have more set play and you have more of these like weird setups and gimmicks on the characters, they gravitate to Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So for example, Mystic Smash is a very popular player. He played a bunch of different games and plays well in them. He qualified for top 16 earlier, and he's a Ronaldo player.
Yeah.
So we've seen that kind of pop up, and I feel like he's more common in EU than elsewhere. I think that's kind of an EU thing. You want the gimmicks.
We want the gimmicks, or we're Portuguese.
That too, sure. That's probably a factor for some as well.
Yeah, most certainly. But yeah, and just to emphasize again, you know, talking about Mystic Smash, just how brutal these brackets are. We had a loser side match between Yurikov and Mystic Smash.
Yeah.
Like, that's like a top 8 winner side material.
Oh yeah, I mean,
right
pools matches have been crazy. ET and Justin Wong were fighting in pools.
Yeah.
It's been all over the place, because this is so stacked, because everyone's looking for those qualification spots. Because Esports World Cup coming up really soon, and everyone wants to get in.
Definitely. And it's been kind of crazy to see as well. You know, usually games come out and start their tournament season, you know, a little bit on the slower end. But Fatal Fury has just been revving it up, all gas, no brakes immediately. And we've been getting so many tournaments so early into the game's lifespan, which has been really, really fun to just kind of watch the game develop as it's being played.
Yeah, absolutely. I think part of it is also when a new game comes out, like a KOF 15, you're going to look at it from a KOF lens. Fatal Fury's been gone for 25 years.
Yeah.
It's hard to look at this through any specific lens.
Absolutely.
That makes it really cool to see what people are figuring out and what they're finding. And that's such a good start here from Sport. He was looking really rough, but this is the beginning of a comeback. Let's see what the Oki situation is going to be.
Yeah. And these Oki situations at Tomorrow tend to be extremely devious, right? He got these double jump options, he has a teleport. There are so many things that you need to look out for. He's a character that really plays around your mental stack.
Yeah. Oh, Michael taking the first round here against Score. Trying to get an upset happening.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Score, someone who would certainly be considered one of the favorites to make it out, even maybe on winner's side here of the pool. But right now, Michael putting in a lot of work. And I really like these air-to-air options coming out from Michael. It's very hard to anti-air Tomorrow normally because of options like this that we just saw right there, that EX teleport.
Yeah. Okay, burns the super. What's coming up here? Yeah, so the football is really good at space control for Ronaldo because he can interact with it in a lot of different ways. And what you're seeing here is he's kind of sealing the teleport as an option by putting the football above him and then not doing anything with it.
Yeah, you can tell Michael definitely has played this matchup a lot. Interrupts the ref blow as well into the ref gear activation right there. Beautiful stuff.
Okay. And what's the corner position going to be here? Oh, that's such a big hit. That might be it. I think that's it. No.
Oh, no, drops it. Senso sending out the football, whiffing the X, but oh no, the motion back comes out from Score. Just gambling on the super, and the teleport once again finds its mark right there.
Yeah, you know, if he had opted for the up football there, he actually would have caught him.
Yeah.
But that's just what it comes down to at this high level. You have your reads on the opponent, and Score's like, you're not going to do that again. And he was right.
Absolutely. It's just defenses here coming out from Michael. Finds himself on a bit of a defensive position right now, but Score.
Oh, okay. When the football isn't high enough yet, you can actually get him anyway.
Yeah. Again, the level 1 into the whiffed shoulders right there. Score just trying to see what Michael wants to do on Wake Up right there, and Score now taking the first game. After quite a rough first round, actually, Score just kind of reeling things back in and looking a lot more in control.
Yeah, that was a very good round of adaptations because Score was actually getting kind of smothered at the start. But then he managed to make it through. I think a part of it is, since Ronaldo is such a unique character in this game, it's kind of hard to just jump into a match against him. It's not what you're used to. You need some time to like refresh, and very good SPG combo starter here from Score. Let's see what's coming up from the Oki. Oh, catches the backdash, and this could be the round. That looked safe, but it wasn't. Okay.
Yeah. Again, the football catching Score out of the setup of a projectile right there. Of course, with both players getting this low on health, chip damage is going to become a factor very, very soon right here. Michael can't really afford to take too many of these shurikens and other stray hits from Score as he finds a nice air-to-air and finishes out this round right there, putting himself on set point.
Yeah. Score looking good to advance here, but Mike putting up a very, very good fight. Let's see if he can bring back some of that vigor that he had in the first round. Looking rough here. Oh, that's such a gigantic hit though. Even without meter, this is going to be gnarly. There's going to be one more interaction.
Yeah, gambled on the DP. I felt that one in my soul, and Score did as well.
Yeah.
Going to be closing things out with a perfect game there at the end.
Yeah. I think the Score started to sense some of the desperation there. It's very common that when you're playing against a very good player, this is something that gets brought up so often, but it never stops being true. When you're going up against a very good player and you're not as famous or maybe as seasoned yourself, you're gonna start doubting yourself. You're like, wait,
how am I supposed to beat
winning.
Score? That's you know, one of the SNK gods. How am I supposed to do that?
I can't be winning here. That makes no sense. And then you start doubting yourself, and that's where the top players pick up on it instantly. It's like a bloodhound.
They can smell your fear.
It out.
It's like a bloodhound or a printer. They know when you're afraid.
For sure. So yeah, very good adaptation there from Score, and just keeping his cool, just taking it easy, and you know, that's really what top players are all about. They have the leisure of taking it easy.
Exactly, yeah. But then again, if they do get upset, they're never gonna hear the end of it. That is the flip side of the coin that you take upon yourself. But yeah, it's looking like we're gonna have another banger of a match coming up, and imagine it might be a time to have Die on the stream.
Oh, okay. So I was saying at the start, new game, same old commentary duo. Die also goes way back from the same community. You know, we were really active in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and oh wait, no, it's not.
Actually, we have gonna get another Grand Blue player on the stream.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do everything I can not to be biased here on commentary, but everyone knows
he will be biased on commentary.
I mean, if people were watching earlier, when Svampen qualified for top 8 in a different game, he was playing in Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising. Yeah. I jumped up and gave him a hug instantly. So like, I mean, I'm gonna try not to be biased, but you know how it is, right? And so Svampen, he has been playing this since it came out, and he is somewhat of a character loyalist. When he likes a character, he plays them. And he used to play the old Garo from time to time, and he played Hotaru.
Yeah.
And then he was
that worked out for him.
Yeah, that worked out for him. He was really lucky because in this game, Hotaru is giga good, as it turns out. So, you know, he's been grinding it a bit online, not like maining it. But, you know, a lot of these top fighting game players are like that. They play multiple games.
Yeah.
And Svampen already qualified for top 8 in one game. Looking to see if he can make another top 8 here. We'll see.
Yeah, though we will be fighting, like, in this pool, we will be fighting for top 16. Our bracket is that stacked.
Yeah, it's crazy, the amount of players that are in here. So Svampen is going to be... Oh, H-Dope, that's a Greek player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're brothers, H-Dope and K-Top. I believe they started with Tekken, and then they're like showing up in brackets in all kinds of different games.
That's really cool.
I haven't seen him in Fatal Fury, but I've seen him in the brackets. I haven't seen him like on screen.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely picking the right character here immediately to get into another game with. Of course, Hokutomaru, once again, one of the stronger characters in the game. We saw him earlier. We saw Score piloting the character to great effect right here. And this is going to be a matchup that I'm sure if you have been following this qualifier season, you've seen quite a bit.
Yeah. So Hokutomaru, Hotaru, yeah, they're everywhere. The only thing we haven't seen that's very common is Kain.
Yeah.
Kain is everywhere as well. I think the earlier pools saw some Kain gameplay. You know, some of the most famous Kain players aren't here, though.
Yeah.
To be fair. Like
Fenrich,
obviously,
exactly.
the big one. But there are so many people playing Kain. Like Reynold.
Reynold.
Of course. I know GamerB is playing Kain. None of them are here.
Yeah, of course.
But we do
GamerB, another name that, you know, people, all the old heads in the chat will remember. That's for sure. That's a name that I did not get to hear for quite a while. So it's really cool to see people, even like, you know, legacy players known from games like Street Fighter 4, coming back into the scene and just kind of showing up again and putting in really good results for a new game like Fatal Fury. It's been fantastic.
For sure. And that's actually a funny thing about GamerB specifically.
Yeah.
With the release of Fatal Fury, he got a new sponsor for the first time in a while. And someone tweeted out, like, GamerB is now officially the oldest sponsored fighting game player. I think it's 44. And GamerB was like, actually, Sako's a month older than me. Get it right.
Get it right. He was trying to dodge the boomer crown.
Dodge the allegations. But yeah, enough about GamerB. We're going to get into this match here with H-Dope versus Svampen. So let's see what we have here. These are two seasoned fighting game players from different games, both playing in Fatal Fury right now. Good start here from H-Dope, going into the corner. Oh, okay. I don't quite know if that was some kind of setup or what it was, but Svampen finds himself in the corner. Oh, that's a big jump.
Big jumping right there. It's going to be a massive extension. H-Dope actually putting the SPG in the middle of the life, but we see quite a lot of Hokutomaru players put it early so they can, you know, leverage that rev blow, which is incredibly good for the character's combo structure early in their combos as well. But H-Dope, you know, saying probably especially against a character like Hotaru, who has really, really strong fireball game, you might take a little bit of stray damage here and there.
Yeah. Oh, actually didn't get the anti-air there, and that's going to be a lot of damage on the H-Dope's side. Yeah, goes for the super. One more interaction could be it. Oh, someone goes for the throw, but H-Dope was already in the air, and that's going to be game one to H-Dope.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just be like that. Can be that fast.
Yeah. I mean, Headstomper definitely a character who capitalizes incredibly well off of your momentum, right? Once you get a hit, you're gonna be putting people into really brutal Oki situations with this character. Again, he has so many different tricks between all of his mobility options and his high-low options that you just... It's really hard to deal with. He's very good at kind of overloading your mental stack. Swampin currently trying to navigate his way through these shenanigans and once again gets caught out by one of the many air stalls that the character has in his kit. Can we see this with JD setup here?
It looks like an actual setup.
Yeah, it looks like a setup.
Oh, this is brutal. Yeah, Swampin in trouble. One round away from getting sent to losers here by Headstomper's Hoptomaru.
Of course, though, you can never count Swampin out. He can still make this comeback, but it's going to be a tough one. Of course, once again, this bracket is being played for his Splatoon pool, so Headstomper only needs one more round to make this work, and another heavy teleport, another EX teleport is going to be a good way to get things started.
That is exactly what you were talking about. Like the different air options from Hoptomaru, the air stalls, and just the mix-ups while he's in the air make him a very difficult character to deal with. Swampin gets the throw here, does not get any follow-up, but has a good corner position here. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a slight conversion. Oh, the rev flow coming through. Oh, okay. That was maybe also a setup.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the nice part about, you know, a character like Hoptomaru who's so incredibly tricky. From player to player, you're going to see a bunch of different shenanigans being pulled out, a bunch of different setups.
Yeah.
Right now, Headstomper very close to that overheat, but keeps the pressure going, so it doesn't really matter that much. And the conversion into the level 1 is going to do it right there.
Yeah.
Headstomper taking a 2-0 over Swampin in a really confident fashion right there.
Yeah, that looked very, very, very strong from Headstomper. Definitely looking like one of the main threats in this bracket.
Yeah, most certainly.
That's one of the best things about Fatal Fury right now is you have the old school SNK gods, all of them showing up. Like even Gamer we were talking about earlier, he actually started with Fatal Fury way back. That's how old he is.
Yeah.
But you also have all these players coming from other games that, you know, maybe they tried a bit of SNK games at some point, or maybe they're completely new to them. But it's, I wouldn't say it's like a fresh start, but it's a game where fundamentals are so important that if you're good at fighting games, it's not going to be hard to find your way into being good at Fatal Fury.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see just how flourishing and active this game has been pretty much across all regions, of course, you know, very much helped by the actually really good net play experience as well, you know, letting people practice online a lot, which of course has become very, very important in the current day and age. You know, if you can't be grinding those online brackets, we have, of course, here in Europe, a bunch of TOs that I know host very regular online brackets to compete in, and people have just been getting so many opportunities to try and level up their game in a game that's evolving so fast as well, you know, where people are getting good so quick, and we still haven't even seen the depths of the potential of the mechanics of this game. Things like, you know, just defense into hyper defense cancels are just so incredibly important that you just don't get to see them quite as much yet. But what we are gonna get to see finally is something that I've been anticipating. My boy Dai on the screen.
Okay, I need to just mention, because, you know, Dai, seasoned player.
Yeah.
Extremely good. We've seen him already all over the world. He recently got sponsored by Mouse.
Yeah.
All over the world already in Fatal Fury. He's been in top 8 and everything. Super strong player. Just need to, you know, make a quick mention that it's a little tournament called the Mix-Up.
Yeah.
3 years ago. He was in a top 8 for Granblue Fantasy Versus.
Absolutely.
And he happened to lose to someone.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Do you remember who he lost to?
I wasn't at that tournament.
It might have been. Like, I'm not sure, but
people
I think he might
abusing
have lost to
broken
someone.
zoners.
He might have lost to someone playing Metera. Someone called Large Intention Han. So
I wouldn't know about that.
I mean, I'm just saying. Last time I played against him, it looked pretty good for me.
Yeah, well, we're gonna. I mean, you know, I can definitely see the money match happening between you two later. Here in Fatal Fury.
I'm not. No, I'm a fraud. I'm not playing against him in Fatal Fury. That's gonna be free. So, Dai coming up here. He made such a hype showing with Marco a few weeks ago. But I talked to him and I was like, "What's the Marco looking like?"
Yeah.
And he said, "If he's on the bench, I ain't bringing Marco out. I'm playing Headstomper. I want to win, bro.
Dai told me yesterday, and this is to quote him, you know, I'm not putting words in his mouth. He said, once this character gets nerfed, I'm washed.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he can find another top tier to play. I know he really enjoys the game.
Yeah.
He was big in KOF 15. He
Yeah.
qualified for the SNK World Championship 2023 as well, where he had a decent showing. So, you know, he's already gotten really into the SNK side of the FGC as it is. And Fatal Fury seems to be like everything he wants in a game.
Pretty
And
much, yeah.
with this sponsorship, I think it really motivates him to go that much harder for it. So I really hope that he'll be able to grab one of the, even if he doesn't this weekend, grab one of the Esports World Cup.
Yeah, I would be the first to cheer him on for that, I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, QuantKicker has been having a tough time here with the Kevin trying to get in on Dai, who has been playing this kind of almost like zoner Headstomper in the first round that we saw.
I mean, I think that's a really smart way of approaching it because it's first to 2.
Yeah.
This is an explosive game. First to 2 can be absolutely devastating. So feeling your opponent out and being like, okay, so what do you do when I'm just like chilling back?
Yeah.
And that gives you a lot of information about the player and what kind of approach they might have to other situations.
Yeah, and we can actually see that right here in action, exactly your point. Now that Dai has kind of felt out how QuantKicker is playing this, he's going a lot more aggressive and he's just kind of pushing the advantage here. Doing a few throw loops reminiscent of a certain other game right now in the corner and getting himself yet another perfect on the board. The second peasy for our boy Dai.
Brutal.
It's very, very brutal. But right now, of course, you know, QuantKicker still has a chance, still has time to bring things back. Kevin is, of course, another character that is really strong once he gets going in your face, but he really needs to make his way in against Headstomper, and that we've seen it's not the easiest task.
Sure. QuantKicker trying to find an opening here, and okay, gets a start. Okay, another throw.
We're throwing.
Oh, nice. Good overhead there on Dai's side. Oh, just chilling and get... Okay.
Overhead, yep, there we go. Blocks it out, but doesn't realize that he's still
He has
flustered.
super.
Yeah. He doesn't even need it.
Never mind, my bad. He doesn't even need it. Okay.
You were unfamiliar with his game as Dai.
Apparently, I'm unfamiliar with this game. It's a new game, you know? Let's be honest. If I played against Dai in this game, it would be like 50-0. Like, come on, man. I'm holding on to my old victory. I'm not gonna pretend when it comes to Fatal Fury.
I mean, this man has washed me with the entire KOF 15 roster. Like, I'm not even kidding.
That's 58 characters, I think.
Yeah, we've played quite a lot of casuals back in KOF 15. I was holding on for dear life, you know, abusing my top tier Gato. Meanwhile, Dai was just, you know, random selecting and beating me up every single time at locals when we were playing at something like Insert Game Dojo. Shout out to them.
Yeah. No, that does sound about right. Dai he's such a smart player, and you know, he goes into all these games and first of all, he picks good characters.
Yeah.
That's the smartest thing you can do as a fighting game player.
100%.
And like, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm not that smart. And then on
But
top
that's
of that,
why you're here on the commentary desk and not over on the stage.
Yeah. And then after he does that, like lesson number 1, he looks into, okay, what is it I'm losing to?
Yeah.
And how do I solve this? And speaking of Kine earlier, we have a Kine coming up.
Yeah.
Multi-game champion out here, TSM's Leffen, does play Kine in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Another player that we usually see show up when new games come out.
Definitely, yeah.
And then, you know, sometimes he sticks with them, sometimes he doesn't. But for Fatal Fury, it's been looking pretty good for him so far. And we'll see here. He's going up against Zoni, who had a really good showing earlier on stream. So we'll see if Leffen can stack up against him.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Of course, we have a multi-game legend here with Leffen. Of course, most recently really known for his performances in Guilty Gear Strive. Yeah. But of course, you know, melee legend, pretty much. I mean, one of the all-time greats in that game.
They called him the God Slayer.
The God Slayer. But yeah, Leffen gonna be matching up against an SNK God of Eld here against Mr. Zuni. And of course, we're gonna be seeing yet another matchup of two very represented characters between Kine and Headstomper. Headstomper, of course, kind of been the mainstay of today's stream already here in our pool.
Yeah. but on Sony's end, we do have a Hotaru, so we're getting a break from Octomaru.
Yeah, of course.
But we're gonna get more soon.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out because I actually forgot to mention it when Sony was up earlier. Sony is from Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco always been very, very, very strong in SNK games.
100%.
Shout outs to Frionel as well.
Yeah.
Really holding it down and representing, showcasing the Moroccan community.
Definitely.
So very happy to see Sony here, and very happy in general just to see all these regions that have always like pushed for the SNK games. They're getting a getting like a breath of fresh air now.
Exactly. You know, between the Moroccan community, the Latin American community especially.
And the Taiwanese community as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the Taiwanese players are multi-game players. You've seen them in other games like people like ZJZ and GamerB, ET. But SNK is their bread and butter. You know?
Most
so
certainly,
it's really cool to see this. And obviously, you know, that's not to say, you know, scenes that are already established in other games like France, USA, Japan, Korea, they're also got a strong SNK showing. So it's really cool just to see all these players from all these corners of the world who have always loved SNK and just battling it out. I love it.
Going back to character select real briefly here, maybe add something.
Yeah,
maybe we had like the modern control zone or something.
Might have been that someone put the wrong SPG ratio or something. You know, that can also happen. So let's see here. We're going to have Sony going up against Leffen. Kain, Hotaru. Let's see. So Leffen, obviously the hometown favorite here. We are in Sweden after all. So,
of course.
And, you know, there are a lot of Strive players around here as well. Let's see. Starting off by trading fireballs.
Both of these characters, of course, with a really, really strong fireball game. Kind of the dedicated, you know, kind of like a classic, the most classic, you know, fireball character. Has vertical fireballs that you can use to anti-air people. Of course, also gets really good conversions off of those. Some set play with his orbs as well. The Schwarze Frondel coming out.
So, you know, as I was saying earlier, Leffen, you know, he always plays games at the start. And I always ask him, you know, like, how are you feeling about this game? And with Fatal Fury, he said, it's fun enough. And if you know
that's
Leffen,
such a Leffen answer.
If you know Leffen, that's like the most positive he's ever said when I've asked him about a new game. It's fun enough. I'm like, damn, he must really like it then, huh?
Yeah. Leffen opting for the level 1 conversion there as well, going for the setup. Zuni blocking things out for now. Finds a nice throw right there. Now putting Leffen in the corner. Kain, of course, a character with a very strong flash kick. We see the L flash kick break quite a lot coming out as well here in pressure, but he still has a really good reversal option. Finds a nice low throw reset as well. Zuni blocks the low.
Oh, that actually hit. Leffen wasn't prepared for that either. Oh, nice. Yeah, this could be the round here. It should be the round. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Absolutely. Fumble before my ambition. The super comes out.
Quick game 1 from Leffen here.
Yeah.
So, you know, Kain, back in Garo, he was the boss character. And this was after SNK made like the most crazy broken boss characters. But he still has that SNK boss aura.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely.
He comes off as one of the actual, like, real SNK bosses that were like, you know, you had to write on the arcade machine like not allowed, prohibited from use.
Yeah.
Even though he was never that level, but he has the aura for it.
Most certainly, yeah. And right now, Leffen showing us some boss character combos right here in the corner. Zuni once again has to hold the orb setups, trying to fight his way out. EX Fireball gonna be putting in some dividends right here, finds a cheeky little overhead, but Leffen immediately kind of going back to that full screen that he's been very, very confident in. Never mind, just running them down with the Schwarze Panzer.
Okay, Zuni taking a round here. Starting to get back in it.
Definitely Zuni not a player that you can ever count out, despite Leffen's quick first game coming through right here. The dive kick as well finds its mark. And a good little throw. Zuni has been representing quite a few throws already.
Okay, gets the throw. And what's next? Pressure. They're both in SPG, so let's see. Okay, Leffen is now out of SPG. Let's see what we get here from Zuni. Oh, tried. Okay, just pressuring. Trying to get the overheat onto Sony here.
Yeah, and that's another thing to consider. Kain attacks your attacks your ref guard as well. Like he attacks your ref gauge. He tries to get you into that overheat with that super. Oh, almost got a nice conversion off of that as well. But this throw is going to put Leffen on set point.
I don't think he thought I was going to juggle.
Yeah. Yeah, Leffen getting hits he didn't even know were possible right now.
And winning the Fireball War here.
Yeah, Fireball War against Kain is very, very difficult. Tries to call out another Fireball from Zuni by going for that early ref blow. Finds a nice counter hit conversion there as well. And once again, Leffen looking in control, looking confident here in the corner. Those DP breaks or those flash D breaks are so brutal to deal with. Linking into the super as well for a nice extra chunk and that hard knockdown.
Yep, and there's the throw. What's next? Zuni is in big, big trouble here. Leffen just putting on the chip.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to.
Yeah, and chip is incredibly hard to avoid. You know, only the just defend is going to get you out of that, and it's very difficult to just defend everything as Leffen finds a nice air-to-air and actually takes it here pretty confidently over Zuni.
Yeah, that looks really, really strong from Leffen. You know, it's always hard for players to juggle multiple games.
Yeah.
To, like, be able to really perform in the new one versus the ones who just all commit into it. But Leffen showing here, because he's already qualified into it's top 16, I think, in Strive. They're not a top 8 yet.
Yeah.
So he's already made other pools there, and he's like, I'll just grab another one.
Yeah, why not? You know, the more the merrier.
Yeah,
exactly.
Why not? So we are going to have, is it Die again?
Because
we're getting pretty far in here now.
Let's take a look at the bracket right here real quick. Let me just refresh that. And it looks like we have Score back on the stream right now, which is going to be another really good one coming up. Let's see his opponent. We have Score against Ratch.
Okay. Not too familiar with Ratch. And the winner of this is actually going to go up against Leffen in a qualifying match, I believe, for the top 16.
Yeah, absolutely so.
We're getting pretty far in the bracket now.
Definitely going to be going through things quick. I mean, right now this game is a very quick game, right? But I feel like, you know, while a lot of people have already been, you know, going on ramblings about first to three, I believe that this is certainly a game where as people master a lot of the system mechanics a lot more and things like hyper defense and zero frame supers get used a lot more, people really get used to how to defend against a lot of the strong characters in the game. I could definitely see this game slowing down a bit. Right?
Absolutely, 100%. I don't think there's any doubt about that because this is a game that has a lot of mechanics. And what do people do when they sit down with a fighting game? They go into training mode.
They lap combos. Yeah,
exactly. So getting a handle on the offensive mechanics for a good player is easy.
Yeah.
Getting a handle on the defensive mechanics is going to take a lot of time. And
Definitely.
I think shout-outs to Automadoc on X, because he posts highlight clips all the time of his Tizok. And he's realized pretty quickly, like, to play a character like Tizok, what I need to do is I need to master Just Defend. And he's a third strike player, so he already has that in his
He already
hands,
has that in his blood.
You see all these highlights come up on his X account, and you can see all these things that you're capable of. I think in Tizok's case, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You have to do it, otherwise you're not able to. But there's nothing stopping characters like Hokutomaru, Hotaru, Kain, Gato, all these characters from also bringing their defense to that level. And once they get there, like, yeah, there are going to be 60% combos, but they're going to take like 60 seconds to get to, because that's how long you need to actually open someone up for the opportunity. I think that's definitely a potential future for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we already saw a lot of good glimpses of that. You know, for example, looking back at that crazy Goichi versus Renault final that we recently got to witness at Combo Breaker. We already saw Goichi interrupting a bunch of, you know, quote-unquote safe Kain pressure with a lot of these guard cancel DPs, getting a lot of reward from that. Yeah. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game ends up shaping up and how it develops, because as soon as people, you know, start really getting confident with these defensive mechanics, it also is going to open up new counterplay to those defensive mechanics, right? Like offense will adapt to, and it's going to be super fun to see. But right now, we're going to get more Hokutomaru action. You already know what's happening. Ratch versus Score.
Yeah, Hokuto against Hokuto, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens here. And I mean, Score is one of the favorites, as we were saying earlier. Oh, they're just doing a button check. Well,
doing a button. I mean,
then I'll follow up on the Goichi thing, actually, because ironically, that was the fastest grand finals with reset I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that was 12 straight rounds.
Yeah, it was so crazy fast. And ironically, a grand finals that was that offensively loaded and fast is, like you were saying, good evidence for the game eventually slowing down. Because that was a showcase of one player starting to master the level of defense that others hadn't quite gotten to yet.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because Goichi is one of the... He may be the #1 most famous defensive player.
Yeah.
In Dragon Ball FighterZ, that was the thing.
Yeah,
The
even
game-
in Melty Blood.
Yeah, of course, that's where he learned it.
Yeah.
But in Dragon Ball FighterZ, I remember people started saying like, this game might be poorly designed because Goichi can't be opened up. Eventually, they found ways to open him up, but early on, I remember that was like
Yeah.
the narrative. They were like, but Goichi, he never takes damage. Like, how does this game work? And eventually, you know, they found ways around it and stuff. So it's not like that. I'm just saying that Goichi's defense is legendary for that reason. And I think other players are going to look at that grand finals and start realizing we need to get on this grind as well.
Absolutely. But right now, we're getting into this match right now with Raj from the Czech community as well coming through. Of course, shout out to my Czech bro, Peter.
Yeah, Pira also already qualified for top 16 here.
Also playing Hoktomaru, by the way.
Of course, of course.
But then
And
again, with Raven players, you know.
Pira, much like Dai, is a smart man.
Yeah.
He makes good choices. I like to see it in this FGC of ours. Be smart, make good choices. As a wise man once said, pick a top tier.
Absolutely.
That's what we're seeing on the screen.
Yeah. But of course, you know, between both of these players, Score definitely, you know, has the experience advantage right now when it comes to playing SNK games in general. But Raj, still, you know, still looking real solid right here. Score getting some really strong hits going right now, working on getting this first game done. Finds a cheeky little overhead, of course. Hoktomaru has a lot of those options, and got his throw.
Yeah.
Kills things out.
Yeah, looking pretty dominant for Score here. Ratch not really finding any way to break the pressure, I would say.
Yeah. And that's like one of the things as well. Like, Dai also told me that this mirror match is like his worst matchup. Like it's actually like 6-4.
There are mirror matches that are like that, though.
Yeah.
Like, I remember there was a famous old post from a Japanese BlazBlue player where he would insist that the Ragnar mirror was 6-4 because it's the only matchup where you have to change your gameplay.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
Exactly, but yeah, Hoktomaru, of course, doesn't really have like meterless defensive options that aren't universal, so he has to deal with his own pressure, he has to deal with his own shenanigans, and being on the receiving end of your own character's gimmicks can be a brutal and humbling experience, I tell you that much.
Yeah, for sure, and Score actually just closing that round out right fast. Let's see if Ratch can manage to find a way in, gets a throw. What's the pressure gonna be? Okay, good stuff here from Ratch, actually getting a solid combo into the corner. What? Okay, goes all the way. What's the follow-up gonna be? SPG available, and it goes through. Let's see here. Just more pressure from Score. Actually got the corner switch with that SPG, and the overheat.
Really safely routing into this guard crush as well. Score just with beautiful awareness.
SPG. He can do the hitting here.
Absolutely, and we're gonna see it right now.
Yeah, and that's it. Good stuff from Score. You know, Ratch got something started there, but once Score actually got the SPG through, he was like, I have a route.
Yeah. He saw the avenue and he immediately took it. I also love how that Hoktomaru super takes like 5 minutes of him posing at the end until you actually get knocked out.
Yeah, you gotta be flashy, man. That's
Very, very true. That is the ninja way. And speaking of ninja, looks like our ninja / Ronin friend met his fate against Dai, but still has some losers side to play.
Yeah, of
See
course,
what our
a
next
bunch
match
of
is gonna be.
losers matches are going on as well. You know, so many players, so many matches. We're giving you as much as we can.
Absolutely,
we're all
There are a few tragedies like that we can't stream, but of course we are giving you guys as much action as we can, and it has been a fantastic time so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream at home so far. Of course, once again, Headstomper is a qualifier for both the Esports World Cup as well as the SNK World Championship Finals. So players are really in it to win it right now, and facing these incredible prize pools that have been put into this competition. And of course, Headstomper, once again, brought to you by Malmö Games Week, as well as a bunch of other wonderful sponsors, such as AOC, providing us with some great monitors to look at here, like the one that we actually get to watch the games on. It's really crisp.
Yeah, it's crisp.
Yeah.
It's like Pringles over here. I love it.
Absolutely great. You know, I've definitely had worse commentary setups, I can tell you that much. It's been great.
Bro, I once did solo commentary 10 hours straight in a friend's apartment at his computer desk.
Well, better hope he had a good chair.
He didn't.
He, of course he did. But yeah, we're going to have another banger of a match coming up right here. Two players, once again, another CotW mirror that we saw earlier here. Dai and H-Dope, both of them putting on some really dominant performances. Of course, H-Dope getting a quick 2-0 over Swamp, and Dai getting a quick 2-0 as well over the valiant efforts from our Kevin Soldier, Quan Kicker right here.
Yeah. So we've already seen really good stuff from both these players. Both of them, I would say, could be expected to qualify earlier on. Dai more known, of course, than H-Dope, but it's going to be a good match here, I'm sure, and you know, it's CotW versus CotW.
Yeah.
You know, a mirror a lot of people are getting quite used to seeing.
Yeah, and I mean, the players better get used to playing it as well. One thing that's interesting here, once again, is that Dai, you know, tends to prefer putting his SPG early in his life bar.
Yeah.
And H-Dope, as we saw even in the match against Swampin, tends to put it in the middle. So that's something that is quite interesting. It's going to shape the dynamic of the match quite a lot, because Dai, of course, has access to the very powerful Res Blow, which plays a big part in CotW's combo game early. Yeah. Meanwhile, H-Dope does have to take that damage. And depending on the route that Dai takes, he might not even get to SPG.
Yeah, he ends up in SPG anyway, and now they both have it, but it's already going to be gone almost from H-Dope. If Dai gets one more opening here. And that is one part I really like. Oh, that's so beautiful. He may actually kill here. He does have one bar. Oh, get it. Oh, nice wake up.
Definitely. Yeah, we saw the slowdown there, the cinematic on the low evade from Dai, actually catching out the EX teleport, not something that you get to see too much, but Dai always on the money with those. And despite being an overheat, making it look like H-Dope is the one on the receiving end, and it's going, it's going to take this first round.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Dai looking so strong right now. Okay. Yeah, good pressure here from Dai. Dai with the purple scarf, of course.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just defending the projectile, just, you know, for the love of the game. Gotta be done. You get to save yourself a little bit of rev gauge, of course, as well, whenever you just defend. Now H-Dope immediately upon reaching SPG, using that really strong rev flow reversal, of course, an armored move. It's gonna be going through a lot of stuff. Dai, of course, can rev flow back, not anymore.
Yeah. Lost that option there, but we've seen that, I was going to say, we've seen Dai find his way out of these situations without needing any armor. Yeah. Just goes for the other with the crouching light punch there. Oh, wow, actually catches him on the landing.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like, and one thing that I've seen from, you know, a lot of these CotW players, especially from Dai, is these very short, like, light into super confirms, just being very conservative with their ref meter. Yeah. That's something that Dai really does excel at, and finds the cheeky little teleport there as well to close out the first game.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff. And Dai taking game one here over H-Dope. And what you were talking about with the SPG, I think that's a really important part of player aggression in this game, because it really shows where you're at as a player. It's pretty rare to see people put it at the end, but you have those kinds of players as well. And Dai is an explosive player. He wants to, like, smother you in game. That's why he puts it at the start. H-Dope, I think it's more like, if I'm in a situation where I want to use the rev blow, I'm probably already lost HP.
And right now we see the rev flow being countered right there. This is going to be a full combo start, and that's absolutely going to be the round going to Dai. See if he's gonna need to spend the meter, not even that. 97% on that rev gauge as Dai puts himself on set point here over H-Dope.
Okay, that's a good juggle at the start and full corner carry here for Dai. Oh, tried to gatekeep him but didn't get him. Okay. Oh my god.
Lots of just defense from Headstomper, yeah.
Good stuff here from Headstomper, and this is gonna be a corner position as well at the end of the combo. Gonna choose to burn 1 bar.
Gets a good chunk of damage on board, doesn't need to spend the 2 bars too, because the ref gauge was already kind of low on Headstomper right there. Wasn't really close to overheating.
SPG in now for Headstomper. This is scary for Dai's offense.
Both of them just hovering above.
Yeah, just trying to get not quite enough to get the... Oh, but that is going to eliminate the SPG from Headstomper. Dai in a very, very good position to close out the set here.
Pulling out all the stuff, but he's still only on a sliver of life left. Finds the run under, and that's going to be Dai taking it 2-0 over Headstomper.
And I think that qualifies him into winner's side of top 16 as well.
Yeah, I believe so as well. Let me double check. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that was the one. And Dai makes it to winner's side top 16. I never had any doubt in myself. Let it be known, I am speaking to you at home, that I never had any doubts. I think Dai, this might be the one that he actually takes.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And also let it be known, 2022, I beat Dai in top 8, so... Just saying. I don't know, man.
We're never going to let anyone live that down, eh?
I'm never going to let Dai live it down at this. Anyway, good stuff from Dai. I thought you said he hated the mirror matchup. That looked crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's still going to have to engage with it, so no matter what, even if you hate it or love it, you're going to have to play it a lot, especially in these really stacked competitions. There are 3 characters that you have to know how to play against, and Tomorrow is certainly one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess that is what it is. Like, you can hate a matchup, but when it's a common character, that's the matchup you need to study the most.
You have no choice. You're either just gonna lose and toss away the game, or you can learn how to deal with the matchup. It just is what it is. And right now we got another really, really strong matchup here coming up. Another kind of legacy titan of SNK, Score versus Leffen, who again, multi-game champion, multi-game talent.
Leffen's been around for SNK games. Like, I've known him a long time.
Yeah.
And he actually used to be roommates with Bubblan.
Oh,
so
yeah,
at that
nice.
time, they would play KOF 13 together. Obviously, Bubblan was way better, but he would play, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like he's unfamiliar with SNK games,
Yeah.
but he wasn't pursuing them.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure, for
So,
sure.
and that's also why, I think that's a large part of why he was able to become the multi-game champion eventually, because when he was rooming with Bubblan, they would play Marvel, they would KOF, they would play Street Fighter sometimes,
Yeah.
and he even made Bubblan play Melee. So, you know, that's a good starting point for branching out.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that's why Leffen is able to pick games up so... I mean, it's part of it, right?
Yeah.
I think he has the talent for it, and then he's nurtured that talent. And that's what you do when you have a talent, you nurture
Yeah,
it.
certainly.
And now we're seeing the fruits of that labor. You know, Leffen, 1 game away from being in winner's bracket of 2 different top 16s.
Yeah. I mean, again, you know, really making use of that multi-game champion title. And yeah, it's going to be another good one coming up right here. I, of course, you know, also as someone who is also into Grand Blue, I'm very familiar with Score being really good at that game as well. Of course, a bunch of results playing Lancelot. So I'm not surprised that he's playing Tomorrow in this game. Of course, that's another character that is very quick, very maneuverable, and really tries to just overload the opponent's mental stack to the point where the defense just crumbles. But Leffen is used to some shenanigans, especially from the Guilty Gear side of things.
I mean, let's be honest, even back in Melee, like, that's an offensive game. That's pretty rough to deal with all that stuff. So I think Leffen is very used to offensive games. I will say, though, Kine might be a rough pick against Score, because Score lives in Osaka.
Yeah.
You know who else lives in Osaka?
Fenrich?
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if they played together, but I would be surprised if they didn't. They live in the same city, they're in the same community. I'm pretty sure this is a matchup he has a lot of experience in.
That's for sure. But yeah, we're going to see how things shape up. Of course, right now we are still first to 2, so this is going to be a breakneck pace at which people have to adjust. And that's another thing as well, you know, this early in the game's lifespan, you have characters that have a ton of expression, like, you know, Hawk Tomorrow. We've seen so many different shenanigans, so many different setups being pulled out by these players. And Kain, of course, as well, another character where you can play him very aggressively, you can play him very zoning orientated. So the adaptation has to be incredibly quick in such a like high damage game in a 1-2 setting.
For sure.
And that's going to raise the stakes even harder.
Yeah. And one thing that I should mention here is, obviously, even for top players, nerves come into play. But I was actually talking to Score about this yesterday during our long conversation. And we were talking about the fact that he might go up against Leffen quite early. I said, you know, Leffen's on his home turf.
Yeah.
The crowd is not going to be on your side. And he said, doesn't bother me. He's zen. You know, he was like, it didn't bother me in the US either. Oh. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't bother you in the USA, it's not going to bother you anywhere. You're fine. Yeah. So, crowd, go wild if you want. Score is just going to play his game. All right, so good start here on both sides, just feeling each other out very slightly. Left on the defense. Let's see. It's like they have a hive mind. Same brain cell. Okay.
Absolutely. This time, actually, again, interestingly, Score opting to go for the SPG in the middle of the health bar, which definitely against kind of character who really is going to get a lot of stray hits on you, no matter what you do about it. Definitely a wise choice. Immediately making good use of it here as well is Score getting himself another cheeky little reversal ref blow in there. Gets a very small punish on the sweep from Leffen.
Yeah, but Leffen starting something up here. Okay, good about it. But he dashed under the teleport toast!
Yeah, we saw it in the previous game as well from Dai, and what a good option to deal with that cheeky teleport coming out from Score. Leffen taking the first round here, looking good. Oh, a big counter hit.
Starter. Leffen got the corner already. Just gonna put the pressure here on Score. Didn't get the anti-air, unfortunately, now finds himself in the corner. Okay, more damage coming out here. Side. Oh, just lets it rock. Good reversal on Leffen.
The blocks coming out from Score there as well, of course. Still pretty low on the ref meter, so not really in danger of overheating thus far. Going to be extending into a nice little combo here. Once again, choosing to go for the double ref blow, something that's really good and kind of unique to Hawk Tomorrow as well, where you can get a really good knockdown off of that double ref blow ender.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing... Oh, dashes on the again. Leffen's positioning has really been what he's excelling at here, but Score getting him with that. He is really good at identifying when Leffen wants to continue the pressure.
Yeah.
And Leffen just dashing and dashing and dashing. Wants to go for the aggression here. Gonna get an opening here. Oh! He crossed him up!
Yeah! Real cheeky one. Nice extension here from Leffen. I really like that super at the end. Unfortunately whiffing, but wanted to take Score out of SPG there. Now still barely had it until that projectile. Score's going to have to make quite the comeback happen here, but Hawk Tomorrow, we've seen it time and time again. It's an incredibly momentum-heavy character. Can really just get up in your grill and mix you up. Right now, Leffen with another really nice run under. Should be able to finish things off right here. Gets the super, and game one goes to TSM's own Leffen.
Yeah, and the crowd is getting a little bit rowdy, but doesn't bother him.
It does not bother him at all.
That's what he said. So let's see if Score can make the adjustments necessary here. I feel like he has a good idea of how to counteract Kain, but the aggressiveness with which Leffen is going in is throwing him up a little bit. He's good at identifying the pressure, but the positioning aggression that Leffen is doing, where he's doing these small dashes to get under jumps and stuff, that is where Score has been struggling to adapt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this round, Leffen has just been bulldozing all over Score. In the corner, gets a cheeky run-up as well, and now chip damage is going to become an incredibly jarring factor here for Score. Does find a nice teleport, but Leffen just lets it rip. He does not care.
Leffen 1 round away from sending one of the absolute legends of SNK Gaming into loser's bracket here. At his home turf here in Malmö, Sweden.
Like him just kicking the shuriken away with it.
I
with the standing B right there. Yep.
Okay, that's going to be a really strong conversion here on Leffen's end. Gets the OP after the super.
Oh! The empty jump mid, the forbidden technique, and Leffen manages to take this at 2-0 here over score.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Leffen is now in top 16 winner side of 2 different games here at a Headstomper. And, you know, World Tour status on both of them.
Yeah.
Esports World Cup qualification on the line here for Fatal Fury City the Wolves.
Yeah,
Leffen
absolutely.
1 step closer to that.
100%. And if you want to see that truly come to its gigantic conclusion, you will also have to stick around tomorrow because we will be streaming the Fatal Fury Top 8 tomorrow. And I hear that there's gonna be a cool guy that you might have heard before in that comms as well. I heard he beat Dai once.
I heard so too. I wonder who told you that. Couldn't have been me 500 times. So that wraps it up for the winners bracket matches in this pool. I believe we have a few losers matches coming up on screen as well. Yes, we do. And the last Ronin coming back up here. The artist formerly known as the Richtig Ninja.
Yeah.
A.k.a. Real Ninja. Who doesn't play ninjas, by the way.
Who plays ninjas in one game.
Yeah. He plays ninjas in one game. Oh. Sorry. Slight adjustments being made here, so you can hear us better. Now let's see, who is this opponent? Oh, it's Varanoi coming back.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
Varanoi, of course, someone we saw earlier.
I didn't see him since like pre-pandemic days, so I don't recognize him. I've seen him grinding online though, but I haven't seen him like in person for a while. So, that means we're gonna have more BJanet.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Once again, we've curated this pool just with you in mind, Marge, and they're bringing out all the Jennies left in the world just so you can watch some beautiful matches right there. But yeah, we're going to see most likely going to be Terry versus BJanet, 2 characters that I think are both really fun to watch. I'm a big fan of Terry as well. You know, it's someone who I'm considering picking up as a secondary character. I, of course, had to stick with my boy Gato. He has been carrying me throughout the entirety of KOF 15, especially early when I forgot to put in his hurt boxes.
yeah, I remember. No, Terry is a wonderful character, and you know, there's a reason why he's become such a flagship mascot of SNK.
Definitely.
And you know,
Terry Bogard.
Terry Bogard. I love when he got added to Smash and everyone started calling him adult Pokemon trainer.
Oh no, that's even worse than Terry from Smash. Come on, that hurts.
Yeah, Terry from Fall Guys.
Stop.
Yeah, but no, Terry is a really cool character, and he is just such a versatile character where they have so many different moves from him, and he never has all of them available. They always like pick and choose a little bit. So you get it. It's never the same. It's always like a slightly different variation of Terry, which is it's always cool. They keep you guessing a little bit, and that's kind of SNK's thing.
Yeah, honestly. definitely.
So definitely happy to see some Terry coming up here. I know Ninja has been playing. I mean, Ninja or Last Ronin, I don't know what he wants to go by here. He's that kind of guy, but he typically plays Shoto type characters.
Yeah.
It
not
makes
even Ninja
sense.
type characters. Eh?
Nope. So it makes sense for him to go with Terry here, and I think he's been doing quite well with him. You know, I've seen him on the grind. He's been playing. The game
we saw him winning earlier as well.
Yeah, for sure. So gonna see here how it goes between him and Varanoi. As for the matchup, I've played it a little bit, obviously on the Janet side.
Yeah.
And I feel like Terry is a little bit difficult to deal with, but it might just be me being bad. You know, that's entirely possible. Maybe.
Potentially. But yeah, Terry, of course, a character that always has just fundamentally good tools, right?
Yeah.
Shoto-style character, as we mentioned. And in this game in particular, he really just does a lot of damage. Like, he will explode you off of any good hit. Like, I've seen people counter-hit by Terry and the game uninstall itself from their system. Like, when you see that wild punish on the far D, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, that is how it is. Like, he's the legendary Wild Wolf for a reason. And, you know, if Terry doesn't hit hard, they did him wrong.
Definitely.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
What other matches do we have coming up, actually? Because we have a few losers matches. Oh, yeah, okay, so we're running the rest of them on stream here. We're going to have Zoni versus Ratch. And then the winner of that one is going to go up against H-Dope for top 16 qualification. And the winner of Waranoi and Last Ronin here are going to go up against Score.
Well, imagine that. You're down in losers and you're like, man, at least I can make a losers run. And then you're like, oh, my next opponent is Score.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's rough. That's rough. I don't know what to say, man.
Well, that's what you get when you get wonderful international competition like this. Once again, I'm really just happy to see all of these players coming out. Of course, you know, we already have a bunch of legends in this pool, but if you look over on StarGG in the bracket, there are so many different names. Again, like a lot of the Latin American representatives actually made the long travel over here to Sweden, as well as, of course, you know, people like like some more local people, of course, like Leffen, like Dai.
Yeah,
and,
of course. A lot of European players.
Yeah,
but
a lot of
European players always show up for Headstompers, you know, shout outs to them. But it's really cool to see not just like, I mean, obviously the South Americans, because that's rare.
Yeah.
But also like a lot of Asian players and also Americans. You know, Justin Wong and Marn are both here, and they are both in the top 16 as well for Fatal Fury. I believe Marn is on winner's side, and I know Justin is on losers because he played against ET and lost.
Yeah, I mean that's respectable. Let me just put it like that. That's not a loss that anyone should be ashamed to hold against, of course, SNK Evo champion Mr. ET.
Yeah, exactly. That goes to show, like, when there's so much on the line for these players and it's this new game and everyone's having fun with it, they're going to travel, they're going to go. And it also helps that with the Esports World Championship coming up, a lot of players got picked up by sponsors. Yeah. So we're seeing that across the board as well. You know, Score is in the Reject team. Who actually announced like one of the most legendary Street Fighter League teams ever.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was like, they can just give the prize pool to them right now.
Yeah, exactly, because they have like they have Takedo and Lashar back from last time. They brought in Fudo.
Yeah,
and they brought in Shin Daigo.
Shin Daigo without the strong zeros in him.
Yeah, because Daigo is like, you know, I'm gonna just stop doing content creation and lock in.
Yeah,
that's the Daigo they got. So it's like, okay. So Reject looking like a very strong team, and you know, Score is part of that team. Obviously not as for Street Fighter, but for Fatal Fury. But yeah, that's really cool. And now it looks like we are getting the match started. So Waranoi coming back up here with the pink hair Janet. I like his face. Up against the Last Ronin on Terry.
And honestly, I gotta put this take out here. I always felt that the Garo design for Terry, I like it even more than his classic cap design.
Okay.
I think the jacket just goes hard.
I love the jacket, and I think they complement each other very well. For me, it's not about one being like better than the other, but I'm just glad that they kept it.
Yeah,
I think that's really important.
Definitely. But yeah, right now Last Ronin looking real good, getting a lot of big hits in already. Still working on a perfect right here over Waranoi.
Yeah, and here we're seeing that first. Oh, beautiful. And that's
what were we talking about earlier? Exactly that. These hyper defense cancels just getting you so many situations where you're just able to capitalize into so much damage, right? Like this pressure, it's not like, it's not like Waranoi was doing horrifically unsafe pressure there.
Yeah.
That was just...
Yeah, and when you hear like, oh, they can do this and they'll be plus and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, yeah, theoretically. Theoretically you're plus.
Which, again...
yeah, because this is a game which has a lot of interactions, even on defense. And yeah, just Last Ronin moving on with the momentum from that. Just getting in Waranoi's head. You know, Waranoi was a lot less active now, and the Last Ronin used that to his advantage. And we are going to character select here. Is it possible that Waranoi has a different pick in mind?
Maybe we got to switch the color?
It might be switching the SPG. Where did he have the SPG? Was it at the start?
I think we're remapping controls here, actually. You might have had some...
Oh, no.
That's why you do the in-game button check. You got the... This game does have the handy-dandy feature of, like, showcasing your buttons before you can check everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I always use it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he was doing the feint cancel as well, so I don't know what button was messing him up, but something seemed to be a little bit off. So
yeah.
I actually going with the default color this time. I do that at tournament too, because I want to have my custom colors that I made at home.
Fair enough. A big crack-shoot anti-air there as well, going to lead to a counter-hit conversion for the Last Ronin, going for the little Rekka extension as well right there. That's, of course, something you have to really learn to deal with when you play against carry, right? Because technically, those Rekkas, they can be punishable, but you never know how many the Terry player is going to go for, so it's kind of a mind game that you just kind of have to deal with right now. And Last Ronin is really going for those a lot. We've seen so many of those. Overhead into overhead.
Yeah, I think he's just managed to overwhelm Armin completely now, because he actually was chilling kind of hard until he got that just defense cancel, right? And ever since then, he's just gone full offense. And
Speaking of which,
Warnoy just throwing out the rev blow there and getting a full corner carry on Last Ronin. But okay, he's not scared.
absolutely not. Thank you to DP. I mean, we saw it in his earlier set as well, actually, that Last Ronin is not afraid to let a little DP or two rip.
Yeah, for sure. And here we have the corner, and that's good anti-air. Gonna be a lot of damage. Does not get the full conversion, unfortunately, there.
Counter hit off the Rekka, picks up once again. A little bit of damage mounting up, still has 2 bars of meter and only needs 1 more cheeky little hit. Warnoy really has a mountain to climb right here. The DP once again coming through from the Last Ronin. Oh, what a reaction!
Okay. What's next? That did cost him both of his bars, though. Oh,
yep.
Very scary enough for Warnoy. Anything should kill here. Even chip is a big
Last Ronin
factor.
working on the chip right now. And again, just finds another anti-air really low to the ground. And that's going to be the Last Ronin. Moving on.
Yeah. So good stuff from him. And his reward is that he gets to play against Score.
It's like, yep. Good luck, buddy. Good job.
I mean,
better keep that up in your next one.
You never know. Like, I don't think people were expecting Leffen to beat Score either. So
yeah.
We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we are going to move over to the other side of the losers bracket. So we are going to see Zoni coming back up here against Ratch. Who's Ratch playing? Hokutomaru, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And Zoni on the
always a good guess to make, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
This particular bracket.
Hedge your bets. Who are they playing? Hokutomaru? Maybe. That's the Hokutomaru.
It's a conflict. It's a conflict. Maybe sneaking a little Hokutomaru here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're picking good characters. You should be picking a good character.
Yeah. Be smart.
Be smart.
Be smart. I think that's very good advice that everyone should be following.
Yeah.
If you want to play seriously in a fighting game, pick good characters. Don't be like me. That's why I'm over here. No, that's not why I'm over here. that's
the only reason. He was going to be an Evo winner, but then, his character choices.
Incidentally, the only game where I did pick smart was Samurai Showdown. And I did pretty well for myself in that game. So, there is something to it, but it's not everything. Honestly, if we're giving actual advice, pick a character that you vibe with.
Yeah.
If they're a good character on top of that,
that helps.
Golden. You're golden. But you don't need to force it with a bad character, but you need to make sure that you actually enjoy the character. Because if you're playing a strong character just because they're strong, I don't think you're going to be getting results.
Yeah.
You're not having fun, and that's how you get better.
Exactly. Someone who works hard can never beat someone who's having fun.
Yeah, that's the classic. So I think that's what it comes down to, and that's what we were talking about as well with Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is so many of these players, whether they're SNK old heads or they're coming in from different scenes, they're having fun. And you can see it.
And the game is just fun.
It's really fun.
I know I'm not just saying that, but it's just it's so fun. It's just such an incredible game to play.
Yeah, it's fun. We are gonna have the match coming up in a second here.
Just getting ready for that one.
Yeah. So I think are they switching the stream to a different game after this, or are they doing another Fatal Fury pool? I think they're doing another Fatal Fury pool.
Yeah, I think we have quite a few left to go because we're only on pool. We're on pool C.
There's one more,
but
pool
there's another
yeah.
pool left. But yeah,
I think that one is going to be on this stream as well. And then after that, I think there's a slight break, and then it's top 16.
Yeah, and we're gonna of course have some top 8s for some other games as well today.
Yeah.
So, for example, if you're interested in Grand Blue, make sure to tune in at, I believe, 9 p.m. Should be the start of the top 8 over, of course, here on the Headstomper TV2 channel.
Yeah. And if you do tune in to Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising, there's a cool guy sitting here next to me who might just be there.
Yeah. We'll be doing top 4, joined by the voice of European Grand Blue, Mr. Virum. So, looking forward to that one.
God bless Virum. Big fan of Virum. Anyone who followed like Vanilla Granblue Fantasy Versus knows, because I put on a lot of tournaments for that game. I had Virum on all the time. So really happy to see all the success Virum has had in recent months, recent years even.
Yeah.
You know, with the rising commentary and everything. So it's going to be really cool to see you two mic up for the finish.
Yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Today's been a busy day for me, I can tell you that much. Yeah, currently we are just looking to see into our little button check as our players are getting ready. In the meantime, we would like to shout out once again Malmö Games Week sponsoring our beautiful event here, Headstomper and AOC hitting us with these beautiful monitors for our players as well. I've played on the setups, they are wonderful and pretty much the best tournament experience you can get. I played plenty of casuals yesterday and the experience has been fantastic. So once again, big ups AOC for the wonderful monitors alongside some of our other sponsors like Sharkgaming as well, who actually offer a bunch of cool pre-configured PCs if that's what you're into.
That's good stuff, you know. If you're not the type of guy to sit and tinker with it yourself, pre-made PCs are a blessing.
Yeah,
they're gonna hook you up. And here the match starts, and Raj actually getting a good engage here against Sony. Oh, good anti-air, but no follow-up though. I think it might have been a bit too low to the ground.
Yeah.
Getting some pressure here. Let's see. Okay.
Notably here, we have a color switch from Zuni. You know, maybe this is Shin Zuni for the losers bracket.
It's possible, you know. Some people, they become completely different demons in losers. I know that was the reputation of Justin back in the day. If Justin Wong was in losers,
yeah,
that was the real Justin
Shin
Wong.
Justin,
like,
yeah.
Now you need to look out.
Absolutely. Ref blows, once again coming out from Raj right here. Putting in a lot of work with those, of course, Hawk Tomorrow once again. One of the better ref blows in the game because you can just do the aerial one right after.
Yeah.
One of the few ones that actually put you airborne, which makes it so much of a better option because you can't throw them anymore, which makes it really annoying to deal with on Wake Up, especially. The characters like Rock have that as well. Super going wide right there, but no real punish, unfortunately, from Zuni. However, Raj very, very close to the guard break right here. You see that guard gauge is incredibly low. The Motion Man does not work out, but Zuni, because of that overheat, wasn't actually able to get the kill right there.
Yeah. I actually like Zuni having that level of confidence because he could have burned a super there to make sure to finish it. But he was like, I'm keeping my bar. Don't worry about me, man. I got this. And Zuni going pretty... Oh, that must have been a missed input. He was definitely looking for a fireball there. Ended up with the DP and getting punished severely for it. Now, yeah, gets the corner switch. This is big stuff for Zuni, but actually gets called out there. Oh, nice. Gets the cross up.
Very cheeky cross up right there from Zuni. Of course, another one on the another tool in the ever expansive toolbox of Hotaru. Of course, that very good cross up button. Gonna be going into the hidden gear as well. Gonna give him the back massage. Ouch.
Big damage.
Yeah. Professional chiropractor coming through right there. And now Raj is very, very close to chip damage. Gonna have to just defend just like that. The guard cancel comes through. Doesn't quite get a big hit off of it, but this is how we get things started. 2 bars on deck. Goes into overheat, but drops the combo.
Yeah, and yeah, that's hard to deal with.
That's tough.
It's like a saber night. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, if you're in overheat, ooh, it's rough.
Yeah.
And now we're getting game 2 here. Zoni up 1-0, but what a start from Raj. That's gonna go all the way to the corner.
Yeah, he woke up and immediately chose violence right there. Just round start, EX shoulder. We're sending it out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Now on SPG does have access to that rev blow. Of course, no hidden you just had to just started this match. Zuni now 1-0 over Raj, trying to keep him in the corner. And the throw is going to be a good way to get things started. Another cheeky cross-up. We saw it last game already, putting in a lot of work for Zoni. Going to be cashing out into the level 1. Of course, the big part about supers in this game is that they actually lead to a hard knockdown. You cannot roll on wake up. So you can't really try to make your way out of the corner if you get hit with a super at the end of the combo.
Yeah, so that's often why I say players use them even if they're not like at a kill percentage or anything. It's because the situation after is going to be the Oki, and if that Oki lands, then they
that's
can kill
usually the kill, yeah.
So it's a strategic tool in that sense to use, which is how I like it. You know, when supers are just there for damage, I think it's kind of dull. So that's another layer to it. Oh, bro, he gets the stray hit anyway. That was a little bit.
Uh-oh, and this is looking pretty rough for Raj. Gonna have to try and find a way out the corner right there. Air throw is a decent way to get things started right there. Zuni still on SPG though, has access to that ref flow, of course. I don't think that's gonna hit, and that's gonna be Zuni taking the game and taking the set.
Yeah, so Raj going out in 25th, I believe. This means Zuni is... Who is Zuni gonna fight? Oh yeah, H-Dope, right?
Yeah, H-Dope.
Yeah. So good showing though from Raj, like top 32 at a stacked major like this. I think we have 110 entrants, and then like 50 of those are killers.
Yeah, I mean this is brutal. I've been observing the bracket a little bit, of course, like in the morning today, playing those 9 AM pools. We had incredible matches. Like again, we were seeing matches like Yurikov versus Mystic Smash in losers. Yeah. Like. It is just
crazy.
Brutal.
Like you have these players that you're used to seeing in top 8 all the time, and they're already out. Some of them. It's actually mad when you look at the results. It's been rough.
Yeah, certainly so. But yeah, we're gonna get some more Hokutomaru versus Hotaru action coming up. Of course, H-Dope early getting knocked down into the losers by Dai, who has now been qualified for the top 16 winner side. At least, you know, Zuni is going to be warmed up in that matchup, that's for sure. Just came off of the back of winning against Raj, for those who missed it just now. And yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be feeling locked in, is going to be feeling confident, and can certainly bring this one back from the loser side top 16 if he manages to qualify right there. There's only going to be 2 matches left here in this pool. Of course, once again, H-Dope versus Zuni is going to be coming up, and we're also going to have Score versus The Last Ronin.
Yeah. So I believe Score versus The Last Ronin is what's going to come up now.
Yeah.
And it's hard going up against Score, obviously, but The Last Ronin, you know, he's been showing good matches here so far.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely knows his Terry, and you know, Score already received the crack in his armor. He lost the Leffen earlier, and
very true.
you know, maybe Sweden is his weakness.
Yeah.
You know, because
I feel like for The Last Ronin, this is going to be really... It's really going to come down to whether he can deal with the shenanigans from Hokutomaru, right? Because Terry is a very straightforward character. He doesn't really have any particularly unconventional tools.
Sure.
And unlike something like the Hokutomaru mirror, where you can both be teleporting all over the place, Last Ronin is going to have to play it low and slow to the ground, and we're going to be able to see if he can deal with all of the setups coming out from Score.
Yeah, and it's actually a very poetic matchup because, again, this guy, for the longest time, went by the name Real Ninja. Doesn't play ninjas.
Playing against
now
a real...
he's playing against a ninja.
He is actually playing against an actual ninja character.
So either he's going to get shut down and shown that he's been a hypocrite, or he's going to forge his own path and rise above the name that wants to find him.
One might even say his own ninja way.
You hit me with that one. Yeah, so definitely gonna be an interesting matchup to see here. Hokutomaru is a fairly common character once you get to the high levels, so even in like our Swedish region, I'm sure that he has gotten more than enough practice to at least, you know, feel the character out.
Yeah, I mean, even in the mean streets of ranked, you know, once you get to like SS and S around that kind of frame. I've been watching some streams. People have definitely been dealing with those characters a lot. Like anyone who plays this game online a lot is of course going to be running into them as well as offline. So let's see how this one turns out. It's looking like the screen was acting up a little bit earlier, but hopefully we're going to be fixing that real quick as you guys get a nice view of the venue again. And the cool part is as well, like you guys don't get to quite see it through the full camera perspective, but the venue is actually twice this big, like as you can see.
Oh yeah,
we have like a full
really
Tekken,
big.
like a big main Tekken stage in the front right now where Tekken 8 is being played. So Headstomper really does have something for everyone. And outside the door, there's a side game area where there's even more action happening. We have a bunch of different cool side games being played as well. You know, we've had Exard, we have had Third Strike yesterday, of course, with Justin Wong also competing in Third Strike.
Yeah, that was really fun to watch. And I gotta say, in regards to these AGON monitors that we've been sponsored with, I was playing the first track of my life yesterday. So I think these monitors actually boost your performance. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. As close to doping as you can get, eh?
Yeah, honestly. Like if you want to get better at the game, get those monitors, man. Then you have no more excuses.
So then you can blame it on the PS5, it's all good.
I suppose. This.
Right now we're getting into just a little bit of a button check to get things going right now. Of course, no surprises here on the character select screen. We're gonna have the Octomaro versus the Terry here from the last Ronin. Yeah, both players just making sure everything works, even though the game can just check it in game.
Sure. I mean, they can wait for me, I hope. Sorry about that, some scheduling. All right, so. Oh, we got the tech. I see. Yeah, so this is to hide your inputs. I've seen Score use this before.
I'm pretty sure last time we saw it, didn't he have like a picture of Goichi on it or something?
No, Goichi had one with a picture of Score.
Yeah, right, the other way around. He's been turning things around. He's been reversing the tech on people right there. That's pretty great. I love that. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know who has like the mental awareness to gaze over at your opponent's controller while you're playing, but I like not taking any chances here.
Yeah, exactly. You just wanna make entirely sure. So let's see here. Score getting a good start here against the last Ronin, pushing into the corner. He's coming up.
Absolutely, and the immediate DP from the last Ronin. This man has no fear. We've seen it before, and we've seen him ripping those DPs as well. And I feel like the crack shit here from Terry could be doing some decent work in keeping Octomaro on the ground.
Yeah, it's definitely a good option, but Score getting the anti-air there on the last Ronin. Let's see what's coming up next. Okay. Yeah, the air stalling. Oh, nice.
Wow, just the DP once again, just smacking this poor child out of the air.
Oh,
Score finds a nice little extension.
But close though. Oh, he got him in the toes.
Yeah, got him in the toes. You gotta watch those.
Yeah.
Hitting him with the projectile, of course. And that's another thing that Octomaro is going as a character. You have these really annoying to deal with projectile options, right? That you can just launch from different angles, launch them in the air. Just such an incredible kit for this character. This time baiting out DP, but no real punish there coming out from Score. That was quite the big opportunity the last round, and getting away with murder there a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, but here he does get the full anti-air into the corner, and this might... Oh, never mind. Good throw it. Oh.
Had a big opening right there. Didn't believe in the hit though. Didn't get the full target combo off of the close C.
That's so unfortunate, because that could have been massive. He had the corner position and everything, but good anti-air here from the last Ronin, so getting some mileage out of that at least. But SCG is on for Score. Let's see.
Suki Score just keeping it simple right now, just trying to find these projectile hits, and again just using the upward angle on that projectile option to try and cover the ground, getting the first game here over the last Ronin.
Yeah, so Score up 1-0 here. Let's see if Ronin can figure out how he wants to play. He had a few of those mistakes, and you know, that's another one of those things that might just be down to nerves. Like when you're playing against the name, it gets in your head. And I want to believe that that's what it was, because it's uncharacteristic to see these mistakes from a player like the last Ronin.
Yeah. Once again, letting yet another DP rip on Wake Up right there, but not getting punished, the last Ronin. I mean, he's just locked in on a different type of defense, I can tell you that much. Finds a nice little air-to-air. Again, the Rekka pressure really overwhelming people. Rev blow getting countered, and look at that. This is a massive opening. Oh no!
He missed it again. That's so unfortunate.
That's so tragic. That was like close to death.
Yeah, that was going to be gigantic if you got the whole thing. And Score just getting out of the corner here.
Yes. I guess that was the karmic retribution for the block DP that Score didn't punish, but still.
Just keeping the pressure up with the shuriken throws. Okay, what's gonna come next here? Oh, whoo, that stall was massive.
Gnarly indeed. And now the chip damage is just so tough to avoid. The instant jumping shuriken right there from Score will be putting him on set point here. Looking to advance into our losers top 16 here at Headstomper 2025.
And here we go. Last Ronin trying to edge his way in, but Score seems to have all the answers. Just pushing the corner once more, gets the overhead and cuts him low right after. Not able to convert all of these hits, but he keeps getting these hits, and that's what's important. Because Ronin is not able to find the openings that he needs. Let's see here. Yeah, the air stall is... He's not punishing it at all. Like, he doesn't know how to deal with it.
Really
That's
tough to
a
deal
punish.
with. And that's a punish indeed. And we were talking about this earlier with the Rekkas right there, technically punishable. And Score just calling it out with the super, immediately getting the punish and advancing into the loser side top 16.
Yeah, so that was a quick 2-0 from Score. He qualifies into the top 16 on loser side. So that, I mean, top 16, that's where we expected to see him.
Yeah.
Loser side, not so much.
Maybe not so much.
Yeah.
Also, Tomorrow is so toxic. Did you see his win quote right there?
I saw it. There's no way that the brother of my master is that weak. This smells like identity theft.
He's so toxic. What is his problem?
All right, so this is going to be the last match of our pool here, and it's going to be another qualifier on the loser's side. We are going to see H-Dope
versus H-Dope.
Yes. So let's see how that one shakes out.
Yeah, and of course, once again, you know, more Tomorrow action, but Zuni definitely going to be repping the Hotar. We saw him with a really, really comfortable performance against Rach, so
yeah.
He's certainly warmed up in the matchup right now, so we're going to see how this one goes.
Yeah, definitely. And let's get the camera on the commentator's Score came over to show us the divider with the Score face. お疲れ様でした.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. All right, so good stuff to Score, making it into the top 16 there on the loser side. And now we're going to see one more player get in on the top 16 loser side here. Zoni versus H-Dope. Yeah, like we were saying, it's going to be Hotaru versus Hokutomaru. Very rare characters.
Yeah, I know. We've not been talking about them at all before.
Yeah, surely. But you know, it is what it is. And
yeah, I mean, I still think that, like, I very strongly believe that there's going to be more shakeups in the meta. Like, even if the balance were to stay this way, I still believe that a lot of characters are going to be on their rise in popularity, like especially Marco here, of course, we saw with Goichi. Punko is still getting incredible results with Gato.
I think Terry as well.
Yeah, Terry, I believe, as well, definitely has the potential. But yeah, we're going to see how things are going to shape up. As I said before, I'm very excited to watch the meta of this game develop. I think there's going to be... I think we're going to be playing this game entirely differently in like 2 months from now.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think what we're going to see at the Esports World Cup Finals is going to be very different from what we've been seeing lately. And especially, you know, those qualified players, they're working on their game plans now. And anyone who qualifies after that is going to start doing the same.
Yeah.
So let's see here in our final match of this pool C.
Yeah.
Zoni versus H-Dope.
Not looking like a button shake this time. Players checking their buttons beforehand.
Yeah.
So we're getting right into things.
They did go into the checks earlier, so this looks like it's the real deal.
Yep.
Okay, sync cancels. Let's see here.
Yeah. Not only we see already, we already see on the side of H-Dope revving up quite early, you know, already hovering around the 70% mark the entire time, but not really going to matter as Zuni's DP is going to go wide right here. This should be a meterless kill for H-Dope taking the first round.
Yeah, that was really good stuff from him, and Zuni just not able to find his rhythm, really. I think this is one of the things as well, when you play against Hokutomaru several times in bracket, you start getting a feel for the player. And then it's another player all of a sudden. It's like, wait, but this guy isn't doing what... Oh, that was another guy. Right. So it probably needs a slight adjustment period here. And this round is already looking better for him.
And once again, we keep seeing these like light super confirms from all of these Hokutomaru players.
Yeah.
Getting that hard knockdown for a character like this, like instead of really annoying Oki situations, is just all the more valuable. Another good anti-air, of course, using the universal low dodge attack there to try and get a nice little conversion off of that.
Yeah, definitely. And the corner position is going to be really difficult for Sony, but he gets out with the DP. And that was so sneaky. I thought that was a side switch. I got hit. Okay, gonna get the knockdown here. And they're basically even up.
Yeah, no! That was probably not an intentional DP from Zuni, and he will get punished heavily for that. H-Dope takes the first game right here. And again, Zuni does not have a game to spare now.
Yeah, he needs to lock in. He needs to make this happen. He needs to get 2 games in a row.
You can see it on his face. He is taking a deep breath right now. He is going back to character select as well. We might see, you know, maybe the color switch again. You know, maybe we're going to Shin Zuni again.
It looks like he's still gonna go with Hotaru.
Yeah, but the color switch.
Yeah,
there we go.
You called it. So let's see if this color switch, this quick wardrobe change, is gonna help Suni out. H-Dope talking to someone on screen. Interesting.
He's getting the mid-set coaching, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But there we go, getting back into things right now. H-Dope just trying to find a cheeky fireball hit. Of course, the Hotaru fireball, one of the better ones in the game, able to put a lot of pressure on you in this neutral game just by throwing that out. She kind of just has like a natural fireball drive rush because it's kind of slow moving. You can just move behind it.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely one of the tools that makes her so incredibly strong is the versatility of her fireball. But speaking of her stuff fireballs, like the shuriken mix-ups can be absolutely crazy as well.
Yep.
So I think this is a matchup where she actually does kind of struggle in that area specifically because Hokutomaru can just go in the air, he can air stall, he can just ignore the fireball game completely.
Yeah. And we saw it here immediately again, H-Dope, you know, going into SPG and immediately using that reversal wrestler. And again,
and that's going to be a crumple. This is so painful.
Oh,
he can close it out
we're
if he
dead.
wants to.
Yeah. If he spends the 2 bars, we are hella dead.
He goes for 1, so he's not going to kill, but it's such a strong situation.
Oh, the command grab! Up command grab!
Oh, now it's actually Zoni who's going to kill. Yeah. Or is it?
No, the command grab scales really heavily, so it's not going to be a kill, but both of these players down to a last little sliver as, you know, Zuni heavily punishes H-Dope for not wanting to cash out right there. You know, could have gone for the hidden gear to definitely secure the round.
Yeah. That is it. The greed cost him.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
The karmic retribution.
Okay, blocks the teleport at least. Let's see if Sony can find his way in. Gets tagged by the anti-air, and this is gonna hurt a lot. Also gonna give an open situation with the super. Okay, good DP. Oh, was ready this time with the rev guard, so decides to really matter.
We already see so many just defense coming out from both of these players as well.
Yeah.
Of course, just defense keeping you from taking chip damage as well, which can be a very important factor mounting up. And now the DP unfortunately goes wide. And now H-Dope is down all the way to a set point here over Zuni.
Yeah, 1 round away from making it in top 16, and that's a way to start the round. Gets a full jump in, and this is gonna be really rough for Zuni. SPG is gone, has 2 bars, but how is he gonna use them against this relentless offense from H-Dope?
To find out real soon, because right now H-Dope is getting yet another hit on the board. This might actually kill into the level 1, and that's doing it. H-Dope takes it over Zuni and advances to the loser side, top 16.
Whew. Oh, whew. Beautiful stuff there. Yeah, we definitely saw a different flavor of Hokutomaru from what Ratch did earlier.
Yeah.
And Sony just wasn't able to adapt. Unfortunate for him, but good news for H-Dope making it into the top 16, which will be played later today, I believe, on this stream even.
Yeah. But for now, chat, it has been absolute cinema. And we have been really enjoying this pool. However, all good things come to an end. And we have reached the end of the broadcasting for this pool for now. But again, as Majin said, there is going to be more Fatal Fury coming up, especially tomorrow with that top 8. Hope you guys have been enjoying the stream. Once again, of course, thank you very much to our wonderful sponsors here with Malmö Games Week, as well as AOC providing those monitors, and Sharkgaming hitting up actually some of the, I believe some of the PCs in the side game area as well.
Yeah, there's been so many setups out there, and it's been really cool to just hang out and play on them, and everything's been smooth, so it's been really cool.
With that being said, Majin, it has been a pleasure.
The mix-up?
We're holding. All right. It's been a pleasure once again.
Yeah, it's been wonderful, man.
It's been way too long, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream at home so far as well. We're going to be wrapping things up for now, and we will see you later with more Fatal Fury. Bye-bye.
We're on? I think we're on.
I think we're on.
All right.
Hello. It's Headstomper 2025, powered by Malmö Games Week and AOC. Malmö Games Week, end of August. And it's going to be a really nice event. You're gonna have to buy some tickets though. That's the 5th of June, I think. Anyway, with me is Freyan, and with me is Raj.
Welcome everyone. I hope you have been well, because Headstomper is underway. First day, all the main events started, right? This is going to be Pool D for Fatal Fury.
Yes.
And so, free pools from before have been resolved. All the other games are underway. On the other room, we have right now, I believe, BlazBlue running, and there we have TEKKEN. So, all the main games, all the big games on the line. Everything's happening. I can see the camera crowd is currently setting up as we're preparing our next stream match. So, all good. Really hype event so far. I know we got the ice cream now.
Yeah, we got the ice cream. Would have been nice to get it before the commentary, but it's fine. We're going to get some ice cream afterwards, and we are going to have our first match here. It's going to be Lillefur versus the Arpeggiator.
Yeah. So Lillefur, the TO for the mystery bracket actually tomorrow.
Which we don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's the best part. We don't know anything, but
there's 24 players in it. That we know.
Yeah.
So we got the Salvatore Ganacci and some preacher action actually.
Oh, we're just going in.
Oh yeah, we are going in.
No button checks. Starting off. There you go, getting in.
Standing fierce. Right. Oh no, 5T. Oh, and spin again.
Yeah, spin. We're hard to anti-air, right? Some people do have problems with it. Even though there are some counterplay around it, but it is a funny move. Changes the ult.
Okay.
There we go.
Good for Lillefur though. Stomp.
Okay. No, mashing out. The guard cancel. Nice. Good stuff. Already showcasing the mechanics of the game.
This might be dead, and it is.
Right, round 1 to Lillefur.
That's a strong start for Lillefur.
Yeah, meter also very even. Both players have level 1 at least available, and those hurt in this game. That's the one part. Like, even though your opponent has 1 bar, you're really scared because 2 lights into a super, you take a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, there's a minimum scaling for the super, so it's they're gonna hurt anyways.
Nice. Roska DP taking the throw back to neutral. A change move around. There you go. The RC connecting. There you go. The jumping.
The spin again.
The full combo has 2 bars.
Good for Lillefur.
Are we gonna see the super? Absolutely. There we go. right? Enjoy the
Yes.
cinematic.
And that is the hidden gear.
Yeah. So, you can see Lillefer in SPG, gives him access to this full cinematic super. And not enough.
Oh,
Has-
no. Okay, backdash.
Going in.
5C.
Oh, the cross up.
No. And that's a pretty strong start for Lillefu over here.
Yeah.
Don't think the arpeggiator got to do too much.
Yeah. Yo, throwing the moves out, living up to the character. Again,
Ooh,
game.
slide in.
Yeah. It's really tough because being first to 2, right? The game, like this game went over really quickly, so Arpeggiator gotta be really careful about like, did you go past layer 1? Because if you don't go past layer 1, well, you might get blown up the next game.
Yeah.
Nice interrupt there, running the pressure. And you know, the shimmy.
Finally. Ooh, doesn't quite get the contact.
There you go. Just backing off, throwing the fireballs, playing a bit of that. Oh, the JD, the other air normal that's active until landing.
Okay. They're playing
Pressure.
Fusies.
Oh, plus. Oh, trying to throw. Gets the E. Oh, big hit. Are we can confirm? Absolutely. With the full
That
extension.
might be... Yeah, that's it for the arpeggiator's SPG.
Oh my god, the mix.
Oh, no.
Wait.
It was looking so good for the arpeggiator, but that's going to be set point for
Yeah.
Lillefur.
So a meter advantage though for Arpeggiator. So looking nice, good hit.
Nice counter poke.
Getting the full confirm.
Yes.
Are we gonna use the meter? No,
Well,
saving it. I guess
yeah.
waiting for the SPG, right? Using the flux one. So can't have access to the hidden gear yet. Ooh, the cross up whiffing, getting back thrown.
I mean, the next touch is going to be... Ooh, okay.
Maybe.
Nice deal.
Oh,
No,
Nini connected. No confirm. In ref. There you go. There's the ref blow.
JD, no.
They go throw. Gonna put in SPG, so has access to the hidden gear, to the ref blow. They go counter
no.
hit. No, the reset. Going for another throw. Still gonna be SPGs. Liver of SPG left. Are you gonna
No,
use it?
no.
No, at the air.
5C hitting.
Nice big hit.
And this should be the hidden gear. There we go.
No, just going for the two.
No.
It's okay. We're going for the big punch. Oh, not enough. So gotta just resorting to the full screen.
No,
I don't
no.
have to approach. You have the life advantage. Let him approach you.
JD.
Make a mistake.
Stop.
Throw.
Lillefur still has...
And
There
the
we
poke.
go.
Nice. Quick
5B.
little poke.
Lillefur is having a bit too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it comes with the character, right? Salvatore is a character who's having fun whole time. Gotta go up to it. Farsi anti-airing.
Yep. Looking good.
Throw. Here we go.
Arpeggiator hasn't been taking a lot, so Lillefur has been taking advantage of that.
Yeah, nice big hit. Oh, there was a reset actually in there. Into another throw. A lot of resets. And has access to those 2 bars, so any hit could be the ref blow. Gets flown away.
Yep.
BT connects, cross up. With punish.
Yes.
No, the drop. Oh, the jump in.
This
Bit
could
simple.
be it. This is gonna
there
be
you
it.
go. Without the glasses this time. But yeah, super connecting. And with that, Lillefer is gonna take it 2-0.
It was 2-0.
There you go.
Okay.
Power of
Lillefur
flow.
moving on in winner's side.
Yeah,
That-
good stuff.
that
Swift
was-
start.
That was a great start. I was going to say we've seen a lot of Hokutomaru and Hotaru.
Yeah, it is refreshing, like seeing actually other characters, right? Because yeah, the other pools were all all the top tiers, all the public now enemy #1s.
Yeah.
But now we get to see Salvatore, and who's actually like a character who's really interesting to watch, both in terms of like visually, right? Because he's kind of a joke character, but at the same time really not, because he actually is a fully functioning character, has a lot of cool stuff. So at the same time, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
And we got to see Pricha also. I don't believe we've seen maybe once or twice.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've seen Preacher yet. And Preacher isn't lacking too much of anything, but of course there are characters that maybe confirming the better damage than her. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Who
I
do we
believe
have
setting
next?
up next, the players are putting in their controls, setting up. Gotta make sure everything is nice and correct. You don't want any random disconnects in between the sets. Oh, I think we have a drop fall. Okay.
Yeah.
But here we go. See the players right there. So guys setting up. So
Yeah. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be Dark Angel versus Dom.
Yeah, dump. So, you know.
Getting some setup, getting the sounds on.
Yeah, so let's see what the players pick, because I'm not familiar with either of them. So and just see what they pick. You know, seeing the name Dark Angel, you know, as a Guilty Gear player, you know, I think of Venom's Dark Angel. So maybe it's Kine, you know, he kind of has a Dark Angel.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's not doing that much chip anymore. It's, you're gonna survive.
So yeah, there seems to be a bit of a hassle from the players.
There's also Cyberpunk show called Dark Angel.
Yep.
Well, it is a show. I'll say that much.
But you know, while we are waiting, it's also nice to mention that this event is Esports World Cup and SNK World Championship qualifiers. So there is a lot of stakes actually on the line. That's why so many talents did pull up to this tournament and to show off, because you know, every person in top 8, I believe, gets a $1,000 pot bonus. So you know, getting the top 8.
You just get top 8. You already got 1,000 spackaroonies.
Yeah. And obviously, you qualify if you get really far in the bracket, which, you know, gives you a chance to get even more, you know, get the title. Last year, Esports World Cup was very hyped for the games that I had there, which I believe for fighting games was SF6 and Tekken 8. So, you know, now they're adding Fatal Fury.
Those are still there, and we have Fatal Fury as well.
Yep. So we're expanding. So, yeah. So players are setting up. We're seeing Terry?
Okay, Terry.
So it's going to be Terry.
Terry has been kind of popular. It's a bit behind the Demon Children.
Yeah.
Hokutomaru and Hotaru, but still.
Yeah. I mean, he's the protagonist, right? He's the poster boy of the game, so it makes sense people like him.
I mean, he used to be. I mean, I think Rock is the poster boy for this game. He's just the cool old dad.
Yeah.
For the poster boy.
So, you know, not surprising, we see a lot of them. I believe when the statistics were revealed, a lot of people did play Terry, which again, it's kind of the standard.
Terry still is
Kevin!
A big important character. We're gonna see a lot of bingo.
So let's see, Kevin. I also character. You know, we're getting so much nice character variety now.
Yeah.
You know, they put all the characters in one, and now we're getting the nice variety.
What Kevin lacks in tools, I would say he more than makes up for it in damage.
Yeah. Character hits hard, and also it's really nice mix, right? So, but they were starting off. We go nice. The fireballs are connecting.
Yes.
Ooh, wave. No whiff punish. Both players whiffing. No anti-air there. Gets thrown.
Yes.
And actually, we see early SPG from Dom, so pretty interesting choice. So let's see if it's gonna pay off. We don't see any ref balls just yet.
We've seen the early SPG. We've seen the Flux one. The late one we haven't seen that much.
There we go, sweep. Oh, gets the big counter. No! Drops it. There we go. Back to neutral, trying to run the pressure now. Fireball, and they're keeping it safe. Jumping on it.
Oh, that was a bit too late.
Yeah, there we go. Pressure running. Oh, gets actually checked.
Yep.
Get off me. Shoot. Overheat. Oh, that's a tough spot. Guard break is on the table. The air to air. Oh, now I think it's. Oh, the
that's good.
It's gonna hurt. Oh, no. Drops the combo. Okay. Running it nice. There in the air. There you go.
It should be. There we go.
Using the DP break. Good anti-air, right? You can break it. If they block it, you're safe. If it hits, obviously get a full combo as you saw right now. Go. Reka knockdown. Ooh, the feint there.
Yeah.
It's fake. Oh, just run up throw on the empty jump. Where are you going?
It's a light. Now. Okay. Going for a bit of a safe jump there.
Yeah, here we go. The trade. Ooh, nice. They go anti-airing again. And I believe
it's looking like Dom has to go back into the drawing table. That was a pretty convincing match from Dark Angel.
Yeah.
And like we said, this is first 2. So if you have trouble with the layer 1, you are quickly thrown into the losers.
Yeah, it's tough. Rev blow going really far. Another rev blow poking into it. Alright, here we go. Nice. The feint, nice, taking the turn back. A lot of not cancels, we're seeing a lot of just defense. There we go. Nice. They're gonna be a full combo once again.
Blending grab, not going into overhit. That's a wise idea.
Oh, rev blow whiffing. Oh, everything whiffing. No whiff punish. There was an attempt there, but much too slow. No. Oh, stagger pressure. Nice interrupt.
Jab.
Oh my god, the super. It's what we talked about. The level 1s, they do hurt. 2 lights into a super and life bar is gone. So nice. So one just defend there. The poke.
Oh, the 2C.
Oh, feint there, trying to sweep, didn't work out. Wave punish. Nice confirm, simple ender. Crack shoot.
Yeah.
Poking. Ah, the reset.
no,
Something was
that's-
pressed. And I believe.
This might be dead.
Yeah. They go ender super. Buster Wolf. It's it. Dark
And
Angel.
let me tell you, man, Kevin is definitely not okay.
Yeah. Being sent to losers by Dark Angel. Good stuff. You know, 2-0. It is, again, you know, we keep mentioning it, but NTRs do hurt in this game, right? You saw
Yeah.
the DP break, and then you just took like 60, 70%.
Yeah.
It's just you blow up.
I mean, even then, like, they are supposed to scale, right?
Yep.
But they still do. They still do a crap ton of damage.
It is. I think this is a big one of the biggest. I think like shocks because it is an SAK game, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of KOF players are playing it, trying it out. But the big difference, I believe, in this game is when you get anti-air, you're gonna feel it. Because in KOF, usually when you anti-air someone, the damage is not as high, right? You're not gonna get blown up from an anti-air as much as you do here.
Yeah.
Here you're gonna get blown up. You're gonna take again as much 60, 70%.
That's the normal life. I play Maiden Kun though, so
Yeah.
anti-airing with Maiden Kun, you do quite a bit of damage.
You know, being privileged, you know, playing Garo before it came out. There we go. Next match is being set up. See the players. And, you know, once again, while we are waiting, shout outs to AOC.
Yeah.
Providing sponsor to the event. They have nice monitors, 4K, 160 Hz, 1 millisecond response time for all of you, you know, who like your games. A nice, high resolution, low response time, which is perfect for fighting games, right? You do enjoy the visuals and you have low response, so, you know, go look at AOC.
Yeah.
And you see,
So yeah.
yeah, you see the venue ahead of us.
So we have Mad KOF in the house.
Ooh.
Legendary player in KOF.
Yep.
And of course, when you have the latest and greatest SNK game, yeah, you're gonna have some that action as well. And yeah.
Yeah. Nailo up against them. So let's
Yeah,
see.
it's gonna be Gato.
Gato. All right.
I mean,
Again, what is this character variety?
Yeah, we've seen a whole bunch of different characters. Though on the left side, it looks like a Kai.
Yeah, it's a kind, yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't see one in a while. You know, we'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Yeah, here we go. A little button check.
If you enjoy Maiden Kun, you're gonna enjoy Kain as well.
Yeah.
You could just do flash kick break and life's good.
But yeah, here we go. They did button check. They're talking about
Yeah.
something. I wanted to do if they're gonna do a button check in game or just gonna play it out
You have
now.
an in-game button check,
Yeah.
so I think that should be enough.
Yeah, there are players though who like using even though they just go in game just for the sake. So I guess we're gonna see in the first
They
second.
want to see the buttons.
Yeah, we're doing a button check,
They
yeah.
want to see the buttons.
Yeah. I guess also it makes sense. You want to test, you know, input lag, right? The setup may be slightly different from what you played in pools otherwise. So it's good to just press a few buttons, check out what's happening, and just go, okay, you know, this is fine. Let's play it out. So, you know, go back to character select, and we're gonna start. And also, maybe, you know, you can play a little mind game before picking character. You know, some people do like to do that they pick a different character for button check to kind of throw over their opponent.
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
We still have Mad KOF on Gato. And yeah, we've had. We haven't had repeat characters yet,
Yeah.
which has been really nice.
Yeah. So
It was Nailo we're going with the Gato.
once again, yeah, putting the ball down. The pressure continues.
Yeah.
Rev blow. Tried to flash kick. It didn't work out. That's gonna be a full combo from the Rev blow.
Oh.
Being put into SPG though, so now access to Rev blow. Kain's Rev blow is one of the more, you know, notorious ones. Goes really far.
Well, didn't get to be an issue. This damage. Just one hit.
Ooh, overhead. At the end here. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Ball being put out.
Yeah.
Patience.
Went into overhead with that, so.
Yeah. Not opting to go for the guard break, just playing it safe.
Yeah.
Just playing. Oh my god, what's
Nailo
doing?
is definitely. Ooh,
Oh, that's rough.
that is.
Take damage and you're in overheat still. Playing it so patient, not going in for the garbage, just wants to play it out normally. Overheat does not exist, but again, look at the garbage. It's gonna happen soon, slowly generating.
Oh. It's
Slipping.
getting better for Nelo though. Overheat is almost over.
Yeah. 5% like no, gets hit at the end and the super confirm.
That was unfortunate.
We go into the second round. 2 bars for Nelo. So a lot of damage potential. Ref blow, sending it off straight bat.
Yeah.
Getting flash kick though. Get away from me. Nice. DBing back. Damn, we're not blocking here. So, just trying to poke around, playing around at far button range. Nice feint there. Getting the hit. No confirm out of it, unfortunately. Nice. Gets the punish. Ooh, we'll feint that. Ref blow gets blocked.
Again. Not this time.
Yeah, nice big hit. Maybe a confirm. Let's see how much. Yeah, setting up for the Oki. Gets the low. Throw. There they go.
Kinda bad for Nelo though.
Ooh, nice interrupt
Oh.
there.
Does that go?
Yeah, they go into the super.
Yeah.
Still has those 2 bars though.
Oh.
Doesn't get to use them. There we go. At KOF.
Haven't seen the hyper defense for the super yet.
Yeah.
That
It is tough, right?
It is tough. It is a 2-frame window, I believe.
Yeah. There we go, nice.
Nice.
Oh, going for an auto combo. Simple knockdown. And Rev Blow, unfortunately, not in SPG himself. Can't counterplay it that easily. Nice. Oh my god, the wake up jab into the full confirm. And the balls are put out.
Yep.
Alright, just again resorting to the full screen game, just wanting to play, you know, the zoner game. They go, nice.
Yep, bit of a challenge there.
Oh, gets the throw. Still in SPG.
KF's almost out of the SPG himself. Oh, and there we go. Oh, he's playing super.
Oh,
Definitely.
nice. And
There
just
we
enough.
go.
Right. So striking back, getting around 1 on the board. Slight meter disadvantage, but that's fine. You're up around. You can build it back. Dashbox simulator right now. Oh my god, what a confirm! And it's gonna hurt.
Gets the
Not again. These baits have been so good. We're looping the flash kicks. They go, and once again another
kind
ball.
of dire for Nelo here, and there we go.
What a fast round. Again, instant round pretty much. Just getting 2 good hits in.
Set point for Matt KOF.
Absolutely. Oh my god,
Oh,
no!
the jumping D.
The KOF player coming out, that little short hop, going over the poke. Game by the Rev Blow, flash kick, get off me. The poke with 2C. Gets the knockdown, can roll down though. It's an up 2. Stands, dive kick. Ooh, nice interrupt into the super, nice confirm. No! But the wrong super was picked.
No!
Nice, no! Another again! These drops have been merciless. Just
That could
That's
have been
heartbreaking.
That could have been 1-1 if those drops hadn't happened, but unfortunately, Matt KOF is taking the W. Nail going into the loser's side of the bracket.
yeah. Yeah, that is the tough part when stuff like this happens. You got the correct read, you got, you know, what you're meant to do, and then you just drop the rest. And it's just like so heartbreaking because you outplayed your opponent, and then the single player part you're meant to lab out, be ready for, just, you know, you drop it, and then your opponent punishes you for it, which is really unfortunate because we almost had a game 3 on us, but can't dwell on it, you know. Again, this was winners, so you fall into losers. You still have the losers path, right? You can still bring it back. We saw some really good stuff from Nelo, so I definitely do believe they're gonna take it really far. So,
Definitely
you know,
started strong. So I'm the top 16. Still not out of the picture yet.
yeah, absolutely. So up next we will have Dimokov and Tunica, I believe, or no, Osvalti and Rodba. Yeah, I think I heard Rodba mentioned, so it's gonna be
Valti versus Rothbar.
Woo, okay. So Vauti, one of the people very known in European FGC for multiple games. It is kind of one of the, like, you know, staple names. If you play 2D games, you know, you play anime games, you play like classic 2D games. You heard the guy's name. He's always there. He's always playing super well. Like, again, one of the like multi-talented people in this community, and also I believe posts for some games a lot of tech on Twitter. I believe in some time periods I did see a lot of stuff on the screen.
He does. He does. He posts a lot of things.
So again, good contributor to the community.
And Rothbar, he at least was a really good Street Fighter player. I don't know, don't know how he's doing there, but we'll see the picks. At least we know so far that Vault is going to be picking BJNA. So
Yeah.
so the character variety
Is continuing.
Is continuing.
Yeah, that's great. But you mentioned that Roba is a Street Fighter player. Again, that's a great part about this game. Whenever games like this come out, you just see all the talent from the different games come together, right? And that's what makes it hype because, also it starts kind of like like Street Fighter players are better.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
are we, wait,
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo, okay.
I was almost excited for the Dong.
Yeah. Hey,
But,
there's no chance. I believe there is some Dong players still available. So yeah, we're gonna have players.
Well, at
check.
least we have Mr. Smash playing
Yeah.
Ronaldo. Ronaldo was let's put it this way. I couldn't get anything in. So.
Yeah, I believe Mystic made it top 16 losers.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
So got pretty close to that top 8. Pretty close to that, as we mentioned before. 1,000 extra dollars added to the pot.
Yeah.
Thanks to Esports World Cup. So really nice. And yeah, so we see Ronaldo. Again, very interesting character, right? The Ronaldo set play is a thing.
He's definitely a thing.
So let's see what we're, again, this is one of the things when we're watching pools, right? Anything can happen. That's the best part about this. I believe for me I always love watching pools the most because, when you watch top 8, you always expect like super high level play. Like it's what it's what's meant to happen there, right? It's like the cream of the crop, there's the best stuff there. But here in pools, you're always going to be surprised. There might be someone you never heard of and just, they're a demon. They cook insanely. They have everything ready. They have all the set play, all the combos, all the Oki. So
at least, you can't say that you haven't said about Vaughty, but I trust that guy has all of the listed. So we have some technical issues.
Preparing. So yeah, as you mentioned, Janae and Ronaldo being picked. Oh, something. They're communicating with the TOs.
Yeah, they're having some discussion there.
Yeah.
We got to thank Sharkgaming for providing us the stream PCs. So they do pre-configured PCs in Denmark. So if you are in need of those, they have a site.
Yep. Sharkgaming.dk if you
Yes.
want a pre-built computer, right? A lot of people don't want to deal with the hassle of building their own computer. You want to buy a pre-built, go there. They have nice computers. You're gonna get one done, sent to you.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I believe, again, there's some stuff happening with the console.
Yeah.
Not sure exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Something like maybe it's a control issues. I am not
some
sure.
control issues
So we're
might
gonna
be.
have to wait a bit. They're relaunching the game.
But yeah, really, it's been really nice seeing because I've been watching lots of cool matches.
Yeah.
There's been lots of kind, lots of lotteries, lots of matters. It's been really nice seeing all of the variety we've seen so far, and it's gonna continue because we haven't had repeat characters yet.
Yeah.
During these pool matches, which has been really nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's what pools are hyped for. You get to see all the variety, all the stuff you just don't see in those top 8s as often because, again, some players, some are here to have fun, but some are here to win. They want the million, they want to qualify for the esports, they want the money.
Yeah.
So they're here to win. Obviously, like if you're a competitor, you want to pick the the strongest characters or the considered strongest characters, right? Some meta can develop even during the same patch. There are characters I remember in the past in the games I played where they were not considered that strong, then became strong over time.
I mean, sometimes people don't consider a character strong, and then someone comes up with some tech, and suddenly they are considered a threat, top 5 or something. Like that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, Marco has had good results.
Yeah. That guy skyrocketed.
Yeah.
I remember on release people were saying like, yeah, he's decent, right?
Yeah.
People, he's definitely not a bad character, but he's not that strong. And then you see, the elbow is coming on Oki, the 19 frame overhead, you're certainly not reacting to into a full combo. And, the situation repeats. You have to loop it and you have to guess again. So, who would expect the quote-unquote Shoto-looking character would be like the Vortex character with the strong 50-50?
I mean, I play Street Fighter. I've seen Akuma, and he kind of is like that, but... Okay, we have that. We have the
We're back
button
in.
checks, and Vault is already locked in. with the blue costume. He likes the white on blue. He likes to rep the Finnish colors.
Gotta find the closest way to rep the country flag.
Yeah.
And the Ronaldo with the yellow captain badge. So here we go. We're going in Philanthropy Park. Chenet versus Ronaldo.
And we are gonna have to see whether
Round one.
with Ronaldo it's a lot of we are straight into it.
Yeah.
We are not we're not doing button checks in game this time.
Going in. Nothing to wait for. There you go. Starting off real good.
Yeah.
Nice combo. Getting the ender. Put in SPG.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Rosberg
Back
getting that
throw.
salt, pepper, garlic.
Set play.
Oh.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, nice bait. That's gonna hurt. Still has some meter left. Gotta be
Yeah.
careful about the overheat. It's coming. Yeah, there you
Nice.
go. Cutting it early.
He was good. Oh, and instantly spends it on an EX fireball. Now in overheat.
Oh my god, dive kick. Trying to
Dive kick.
2A it. Didn't work out, unfortunately. Oh, that here with the ball. Just put it up on the screen. Just whiffing. Rodba just needs a good hit,
And
but that's not
sends
gonna
the
happen.
super. There we go.
Round two, meter advantage for Rodba. Starting off the pressure, trying to bait away. Oh my god, the jump on the throw! And short top there, gonna be a
Yep.
full combo.
We're in the corner with our body.
Yeah.
Jene.
It's gonna be shimmy
Oh
for
no!
being evil.
Goes for the private finisher.
Oh, nice, gets anti-air by the C. They go the pressure, EX move continuing. All these blocks you have to do, and he correct finally. Almost out of SPG, there you go, as I say, the final hit. Now you have those 2 bars, big hit. See the full combo in overheat.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Set play.
Oh, nice. Good attempt there, still getting the ranking pressure.
Kinda.
Oh no, both players in overheat actually.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Oh, it just kills.
It hits that low. Valti getting the first match.
The crew coming out to celebrate, but it's not done yet. 1 out of 2. Oh, nice anti-air. There you go, putting the ball on the screen. On those round starts.
That's what we call Finnish DP. You block the jump in and then you DP.
Yeah. There we go, nice. Gonna be once again the same
and again.
situation. Yeah, we've seen this multiple times. Not putting SPG though.
Yep.
Nice
The blender
meaty
continues.
stuff.
Looking good. Goes to fireball, okay.
Catching the jump out. Stagger pressure. Fireball.
Oh my God, the
Corner steal cross up. Evil setup there from out. This is what we mentioned. This guy has all the tech. And you're gonna get mixed. And with that, he's on set point.
Gets tagged from the back dash.
Right, nice. Oh, being pushed in corner, finds the
Josh.
jump out.
Yeah,
Back to
jumps out.
mid-screen. Nice big hit. That's
Hello.
gonna be a... No! Super baited.
That's gonna hurt quite a bit, but he does
Yeah.
have.
Has 2 bars.
Yeah.
Can burn it. Do we see it?
Is he saving it for SPG though?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, just a level 1. There we go. Still in SPG though.
Yeah.
Oh, base the rev blow, but no punish. Trying to dive kick, didn't work out. Oh, nice just block on the air ball. Just
that
running
dash.
up.
That was 3 dashes into a close C. And that is it for Rotba and Vauti. And Vauti continues on in winners.
The bravery
Yeah.
to just run like that.
Yeah.
Just like 3 dashes, press the close button, get the
Yeah.
hit, and take the set.
Yeah.
Shows the dominance in that set that Vauti put on. And with that, moving into winners round 3, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
So, moving on. And that is pretty close, actually, to that top 16, which, is gonna be after pools, if I remember correctly, on the schedule. Or is top 16 tomorrow? I believe it's today, right?
Yeah. Top 16 is today, and
Yeah.
tomorrow is going to be the top 8.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're going to have Dark Angel back
Ooh.
with Ileos.
See, repeats don't count if it's the same person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That
obviously,
doesn't count.
Obviously.
If it's the same person, obviously they're gonna play this. Oh, actually, that's not really true. Some people do have secondaries or like matchup-specific characters, but we still don't count it.
Yeah.
But let's see what we're gonna see next then, because other player not on stream just yet. So there is some downtime. Once again, gonna be preparing the setup, right? Checking those buttons, checking those controls, plugging everything in making sure it's all good. They can see the players. We see a hitbox. It's also really interesting. Like, what I like also about offline is just walking around the pools area and seeing all the controller variety. Because nowadays, right, it's not like years ago, right, where most people just played on stick, pad, also were there. Yeah. Now you just see so many different controllers, not just like leverless or stick or pad. You also see just people kind of make their own stuff, like mixing leverless and stick, and then doing some like for example, some people I seen with the analog, like the D-pad, and then having the normal buttons, which is like, you know, if you have the best of both worlds, you're gonna enjoy yourself like that. So, you know, control variety is a big thing nowadays. Once again, you know, you want to have comfort while you play, so it makes sense. You want to do something that is as best for yourself as you can have. Yeah. You know, if you like D-pad, but you don't like using the face buttons, you're just gonna put you know, Sunwell switches, for example, and rock with it.
And some people swear by the keyboards.
Yeah.
That is also a thing I've seen a couple of keyboards. So it's kind of it's really fun seeing the variety there as well.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah. Play
so
up.
we are.
Was it Billy? Damn. All right.
Okay.
I talked about when Billy. Okay, I didn't see either.
Okay. Okay.
Damn. Okay, so we actually do continue the variety. Hold on.
Hold on. Are we going to see the entire cast though?
That would be. I mean, we're halfway through.
Yeah. We just need someone to play T-Zok. Please, T-Zok.
Someone pick the grappler right there.
I want to see some potato waves.
Press the B. Get ready. Right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, we're going in.
We are going in.
No button checks around here. But they go nice. Okay, run under.
Dini Makov. This is Tunica. Okay, we've seen a button though, but Billy is nice.
Yeah. They go nice, but getting unfortunately mixed. Full combo now. 70% on the ref gauge. Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, with the meaty jab, get to confirm out of it. Round 1.
And Hokutomaru, one of those characters that gets to do whatever he wants on screen.
He has everything.
He has everything. Yeah, he can.
I guess he doesn't have a reversal, but like, you know, he has the super.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a safe jump. Gonna get launched away. Nice. He was holding up on wake up, expecting the throw. Are we gonna build a level 2? No, just slightly out of it.
White.
There we go. Wait. Oh my God. The optimal.
Yeah.
Go. A very long hitting gear also. It's one of the lengthy supers. But it looks cool. There you go. Explosion at the end. You know, cool guys look at explosions. And here we go. Gonna be potentially guess for game situation. Blocking. Shuriken Ender gets the catch, but there was air hit. Unfortunately, those do not convert. There you go. Just resorting to throwing those shurikens full screen. Nice! Catching. Nice. I believe it was teleported up. No, but the drop.
Okay. And we are playing slow now. Zaneken. There we go. Just goes under Tunica. And that's going to be match number 1 for Dini Makov.
Really quick starting it off. But it was really nice to see the specific counter. Like, for example, dashing right under the falling hitbox of the special. Better than anti-air it. Nice, simple hit confirmed, there you go.
And now?
Ooh. Oh, the shimmy! That's gonna be a full combo. Getting the dramatic slowdown. There you go, okay. Double ref.
He's on SPG though.
Yeah. 40%.
Never mind.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, there you go, we're just letting it. No!
Oh, no!
And then get a pickup, unfortunately, out of it. And that's gonna be a hit. No! The drop on the confirm. It's okay, chip damage.
Yeah.
Just defend, hyper defense was there, didn't get used, unfortunately. There you go, nice jab check. Ooh, big hit, nice hit confirm actually into the full combo. There we go. Just flipping around. Nice grab on the ref blow, putting him out of SPG.
Now we're in the corner there. Ooh.
Teleport, not anti-air, unfortunately, it's a tight reaction.
That's one of the things that's really annoying about Hokutomaru. He can't just decide to teleport out of it.
Yeah. Go, nice. Burning it out. Spinning upward. Oh my God, the back throw. Oh, that was a forward throw, never mind. Sending it, but I go, nice hit. Has
nice.
The level 2.
Are we spending super?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it gonna be enough? No,
oh,
no! Getting thrown. There was the big opportunity, the bash. Just needs that one hit to take it to the next round.
trying to just keep Tunikak out.
Yeah, jumping forward. Already the
Teleport!
teleport!
Oh!
No! It's what you mentioned. You can just
Timing.
cover the whole screen and just instantly just disappears, appears above your head, and if you don't anti-air, well then goodbye, he gets a full combo out of it, or an Annie's plus.
What? Was that hitbox made out of Legos? Was I hallucinating?
Not sure.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway.
maybe. Just maybe. Yeah.
This is my reaction to Lego hitbox.
I mean, you know, I was gonna say, you know, a lot of the TOs, a lot of the staff are from Denmark, you know, the land of Lego, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Kinda, you can correlate it, right? We are in Sweden, but you know, that's close to Denmark enough. You know, it's gonna be, you know, shout out, you know, the Lego stick.
Yeah.
Going a little visit to Legoland before the bracket starts. You know, just let me make a quick hitbox. I need a new controller. Let me fix that up. Ooh.
So is the Swedish version of that going to IKEA? Getting a
Yeah,
box
yeah,
from
yeah.
IKEA?
We need the Lego stick versus the IKEA stick. There we go. We're giving ideas. Yeah, players are setting up. Yeah, once again.
So I think this time we're going to see the Dark Angel versus Ilios match. So we've seen like at least half of the cast already.
Yep. I mean, that's very nice. Like, again, not having that privilege that often. So really good to see. So what does Elios play, actually? I do not know myself.
I'm not
so,
sure, but we will see soon.
Yeah, I guess we'll see in a second.
While
The players are
we're doing the characters, I'm just gonna shout out to Malmö Games Week. They're going to be hosting the event end of August at Malmö Mesta, and you're going to be able to buy the tickets 5th of June, starting then. It's going to be they are a proud host of ours.
Yeah, very soon, right? 5 days away, 6 days away. So you know, keep the calendars by your hand.
It's you can think of it this way. It's Elena Day. 5th of June is Elena Day.
True. You know, go to Malmö Game Week, play Elena there on release day, go bring a sub-6 setup, and you know, go at it. As these two are going to be going at it. Not sure if there's going to be a button check. Let's see. I think they're just going at it. Let's see.
So we got another K.
Yeah, we're just going at it. Nice, starting also Elios from Italy.
Yep.
So good to mention, we see nice representation from different countries in this tournament. A lot of people from different countries have pulled up. Reaction, crack, shoot, blown up by the flash kick. Here we go. Nice, the feints are coming in. 2C, not hit confirmed. Rev blow. Cadillac rev blow going through, taking the throw. Oh, trying to strike back with the rev blow of his own.
Quite sure what could have been.
Nice! Doing big damage. Gonna be one hit left to take it round. Rev blow, nice! There we go, blowing it up. Good
Not
reaction.
quite there yet. Oh, and bait the flash kick. Dark Angel. Nice start for him.
Yeah, looking good. Just a round star feint, hitting those fireballs. There we go, nice. Ending Dreka early, putting up the turn. Nice, just defense, but no guard cancels. Waiting for the perfect opportunity. No! Probably there's a failed flash kick charge. I would assume holding down back on a jump in like that. And there's the flash kick break. Simple ender, don't put an SPG just yet. Oh, as I say it, he's that one poke. No, rev blow!
Beat too far away to get far light.
Yep, and again, these flash kicks doing work.
The flash kick breaks.
Confirm!
Okay, okay.
Oh, I thought we had first strike yesterday. What are these one-hit confirms? Go, game 2, nice again!
Yep.
Confirm. Good damage, put an SPG. Gonna get the throw. I was gonna beat the find the shimmy! I'm not gonna throw again, you're gonna eat this full combo!
Won't kill though. You're fine.
There we go, nice.
And there we go. That's the flash kick.
Oh, nice jab. There you go. DP break. Keeping
That's
it
a quick
simple.
round for Dark Angel.
So 1 round away.
Yeah, set point.
Again, super quick round. Gotta be careful about what hits you E. There you go, the good starter. The setup.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Gazer put out
the next touch will probably kill.
Yeah, as you mentioned it, let's see if we get a confirm. Absolutely
be
true. Damn, nice. So that is it... Once again, very quick set stuff happening. And it's gonna be the Terry moving on. And I do believe this is gonna be for... Yeah, so that's gonna be moving on for the top 16 qualifier. So Archangel 1 set away from getting top 16 winner side. So good stuff. One left.
He's gonna have to face the winner of Vault versus Cookie Dough first.
Yep.
But then that's whoever wins that one goes to top 16 winners. We do have a couple other matches too, though. We are getting Mad KOF back. This is Tommy Boy.
Yep. It's always funny to see. You know, you can distinguish KOF players by the name. They always let it, you know, in the name. You know, they put KOF for like a character name.
Yeah.
It's you know, very consistent.
I think like Tekken players have a similar
Tekken players also do it.
They have to show that this is my game.
Yeah, I am. You know, I play Mishimas. You know, I'm gonna put Mishima after my name.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, there's a common joke. The common joke in the Tekken scene when you have something in Jin.
Yeah.
The guy is never gonna play Jin.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, exactly. Like when they have the name, like the name there's also very often chance that they're not gonna play it. I've seen it also in KOF. I've seen like people with like Bogar in their name. I'm like, they're gonna play Terry, and then you look, and they just play whatever stop here. It's just, you know, that's how KOF kinda goes, right? KOF always was, you know, the game you play around the system mechanics, so you want the best characters that play around that. So it makes sense. And let's see what the players, again, I mean, you know, it's a nice always 50-50.
Okay. We got another Kevin in the house.
Oh, never mind. We're button checking. So,
okay, so let's see whether this was a mix-up or not.
Yeah, let's see again. It's on the table.
Anyway,
there you go.
Both got to show their light confirms.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's looking good.
I want to see some bingos though. Please show us some bingos. Oh, okay. It was. Never mind. Never mind. That's a mix-up on top of a mix-up. So we are playing Kevin.
So they're loading in Geese Tower. We're going straight into it. So let's see what's gonna be the round start. Ooh,
big jump in.
Very aggressive round start there from Tommy Boy. Bites paying off. Has the first hit. Ooh, big counter hit. Let's see the confirm. There we go. Roll.
Stand up.
Corner steal.
Back into the corner we go.
Nice, these light confirms. Boom, gets smacked on the ground.
A bit of a challenge. Not too bad for Tommy Boy yet, though.
Go, roll.
Wake up, roll.
Hold on. Damn, round one to Tommy Boy. Looks very clean. Caught Mad KOF by a very big surprise. So let's see if it continues. Right, we see Just Defense on the fireballs. Very big, right? Just Defense do help you out a lot. So it's very nice to just do them on these, like, very simple. You know, you don't have anything to worry about. Just, block the fireball.
Yeah,
there you go. Nice
dash
dash.
That's a block.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
hold on.
That is what you have to do.
Yeah.
No.
No, the ref ball gets blocked. Nice whiff.
Nice whiff punish, yes. But Tommy Boy does have 2 bars.
Bring the pressure, the pokes. A little scramble there.
And this round is all Mad KOF. Tommy Boy needs to find a jump in.
Yeah. Ooh, the confirm, and I believe
that
keep it simple.
Mad KOF saying, yeah, you caught me with my pants down, but I'm ready now.
Yeah. Right. Ooh. Fainting forward.
Ooh, nice whiff punish.
No, didn't get the confirm. Unfortunately, having big damage. Being an SPG also, right, you do get a bit of a refund when you do EX into EX. So unfortunate drop there.
Yeah. Bit of a life confirm.
Oh, nice. Getting the
SPG is done though.
Ooh. The mind super. Now turn. Lionel just defense. No, but getting hit at the end. Go, catching the rolls.
That's
Low HP.
Yeah.
Trade. Mix fireball. Double fireball. Gets hit. That is.
You can see Matt KOF just kind of switching gears. He wants nothing to do with this Kevin. Just keeping the guy out.
Here we go. Overhead gets blocked. Good reactions. Here we go. Nice.
Oh, roll, back throw. My corner now. Overhead. Now. Oh, unfortunate trade.
Oh, the jump! Oh, didn't manage to avoid it.
Not quite dead yet though.
Nice flashing in the mix. Doesn't want to hold it. And the overheat is still on the table. Gotta be more careful. It's kind of tough.
Be really careful.
Yeah, jumping over the fireball. There you go. Right.
Yeah, almost done with the overhit.
Ah, the
There we go.
Right, nice. It's that where. Ooh, okay.
2C confirmed. And we got the corner.
Go. Nice. Oh my god, a single hit confirm.
Bingo.
Yes. Nice. Oh. The pokes. Oh my god, a second hit. Catching Mankev by surprise. Exchanging those light kicks. Oh my god, the double air IB. Good stuff there. Nice, gets the punish.
Yeah. Nice light confirm. Oh,
There you go, confirm.
this is gonna be it.
That is it.
Matt KOF moving on.
Yeah, players shaking hands, you know, in respect. Yo, hold on, taking the picture. Where are we flipping it around, you know? Instead of being on camera, you take the picture yourself of the camera. Hold on. What is this meta gaming we are doing? So with that, as you mentioned, Metkill, moving on and gonna be, I assume this was also for the winners.
Yeah.
Top 16 qualifier.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be the winner semi-final of this pool, and
Yeah.
we are. Now we're gonna see Didymokov versus Rickmeister.
all right.
So Rickmeister, we've known him for quite a while here. He's the I know him as the lower player. Not that fun playing Honda versus Laura, but you know, it is what it is. And we've yet to see what his character is in this game. But based on his preferences, he has a very kind of Wouty-esque preference for characters. So I would say maybe Jene.
All right, so once again, while we are waiting, shout out to Malmö Game Week for sponsoring this event. You know, as we mentioned before, June 5th, you can buy the tickets for the event. You know, get yourself in there, get some gaming in, as you saw in the trailer before we started. You know, a lot of cool stuff you're gonna have at the venue. And also shout outs to AOC for the monitors, 4K, 160 Hz, 1 millisecond response time. And yeah. So players setting up, Pericha and Hokutomaru. So we do start to see, yeah, we do start to see a bit of those repeats. But again, we're deep into the bracket. We're gonna see a lot of the players we saw before. We're gonna see them again.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. We're gonna see repeats. But you know, as a Hokutomaru player, right?
Yeah.
Like you saw me on stream, you know, before this pool. So you know, I'm a shameless Hokutomaru player myself. I don't mind watching the character.
Okay.
It's fun.
And we're seeing the Preacher. We saw a Preacher before, but
Yep.
not that common. We're going to be seeing Preacher's teacher as well as DLC at some point.
Yeah. And speaking of also teacher, you know, Hokutomaru's teacher also is like.
Oh yeah,
he's the next one.
He's coming. He's coming really soon, actually.
Yeah. Oh my God! But starting off.
Okay.
It's just defense. Nice. They go. The blocks. The sweep. The D just getting the hit. I can block. Nice.
Yes.
They go. Rocking the early SPG, but actually don't get a chance to use it. Never mind. Still has a slide. The Vega back throw, probably baiting the ref blow. Another throw.
Another one.
For looping. The slide setups actually. No pressure. Woo.
Okay.
To A jump over.
Light jumping.
The throw. Still a lot of life for the side. Nice. Confirms with those lights.
Ooh.
Takes the throw on the cross up. Teleport, not anti-air.
Oh,
Cross
the
up.
cross up doesn't confirm it into anything. That's Freakmeister's chance.
Get ready. Fight SPG.
Okay, dash throw. And Dinimikov was out of there.
Right.
Just Zanaken whiff.
Who knows?
Gets the light. No confirm though.
Yeah, unfortunately. Nice!
Yeah,
Cross up anti-air. There you go. Teleport. Again, nice. Just defense. No anti-air. Just here. Oh, wait. Okay, we're with punishing full screen. Gets the super boom. A lot of damage.
Yeah,
Using all the bar. And also back at 0 rev meters. So huge.
Not even though.
Yeah. It's also interesting to see the hesitation on the anti-air swing. The nice jump. No, didn't manage to go over the super.
I was quite sure that super wouldn't hit that high, but I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
You know, slight minus into super. That is a pretty KOF classic. Not surprised it's being represented. But yeah, expecting the jump to go over it, but unfortunately got clipped and lost the game. But also interesting to see, you know, considering how many air stalls and ways to enter momentum Hokuto Maru has, you see Rickmeister very often hesitate to anti-air. Like only on the hops he's really comfortable, which makes sense. No punish. Okay,
Never mind.
ref blow, reset. No, the drops again. What is happening? Just defense on the shurikens. Right, nice. Getting counter hit.
Ooh, the red blow.
Blocking the overhead. Ooh, the anti-air, and now you're stuck under pressure. Shuriken ender. Going for a special ender.
And kind of bad for Freakmeister here. He's out of life and overheat.
I don't think it's gonna matter anyway. You're in
Yeah.
overheat. You're going to the next round, and the meter is gonna reset.
Round 2. Get ready.
So again, super advantage, you know, on point pretty much. Slight difference there, but it won't really matter. No anti-air. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna see a super use.
Chance.
No. Keeping it simple. Still SPG as I say it. Rev blow comes through into the second one. Nice confirm. No. Missed the confirm. It's okay. Yeah, there you go. There you go, and the hitting gear.
Yes.
Had SPG. Just a sliver of life left in that SPG. I had those 2 bars, sending it out, and it's gonna hurt. Yeah, so close to dying. Has 2 bars though. Rickmeister can definitely bring
One
this
good
back.
hit.
The
Ooh,
mix.
the stall.
Ooh, takes the throw. Zaneken just moving around the screen with that hitbox. Nice, just defend, jumping forward. Nah, the cross up and the light, and the chip kill. Good stuff. So we see the Hokuto Maru player moving on. Once again to that top 16 qualifier match.
Definitely. So we do have our top 16 qualifier matches. We on the winner's side we have Dark Angel versus Wauti.
Yep.
And then we have Mad KOF versus Didimo KOF.
Ooh. So the KOF face off.
The KOF face off.
So yeah, we're gonna have the players setting up. No, we don't see anyone actually going to the station. Wonder what is happening there. You know, maybe there's some hype set going on in the pools area we are missing.
Well, we might have we have a couple losers matches here. We can
Oh yeah.
we have some players over here. We saw Rothbar. He's still in. He's going to be facing Greekmeister, so he's facing his own countryman. We have Lillefur is still in. We saw the Ganachi in the beginning. He's still in.
As still cooking against Tommy Boy.
He's facing Tommy Boy, yeah.
We also saw on stream.
So it's going to be Kevin versus Ganachi. We have Ilios versus Nilo going on. And we do have Rage Hand and Tunica. Tunica versus and whoever wins that match is going against Kukido. That's the loser's side. And now we are setting up our I think I think like we are. These are the final winners side matches. We're gonna be streaming for this pool because there won't be any left.
Yeah.
it's this Dark Angel versus Vaughty, and then it's gonna be Mad KOF versus Didimkov. So.
Yeah. We are reaching the end slowly,
Yeah.
but surely. Still a lot of matches are left. I believe we're going to have like roughly 60 matches left. So a lot of hype action still on the table, but we are going to be reaching the pool section, and pretty soon after that, again, this is the final pool. So after this, we are going to be going into the top 16. Again, we see a lot of these players before, but there's so much action today. It's insane. Like the pools have been running 9 a.m., so that's what, 7 hours of 7 hours of just straight up pool action. A lot of players here, a lot of players already eliminated, obviously. And, you know, these are going to be the final players that are going to be eliminated before that top 16 as we are assembling it. So, again, once again, good to mention, top 16 makes you 1 match away from top 8. And, again, that extra $1,000 and the qualification potential for Esports World Cup. So again, a lot of stuff on the table.
Yeah. And yeah, the top 16 is shortly after this, but the top 8 is going to be tomorrow. So
yeah. But again, you know, don't go anywhere. Like, you know, you think, oh, like top 16, you know, it's not top 8. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That top 16 is stacked. Everyone from around the world pulled up, even though we do have 2 events happening this weekend also with BAM, in Australia.
Yeah.
So, you know, 2 events at once doesn't matter. The players split up. Some pulled up here, some pulled up to Australia. One thing, the qualification as we're going in though. Dark Angel Vaughty.
Bit of a trade there. Not in Vaughty's favor though.
Oh, there we go. Nice confirm. Gonna be to the EX.
Yeah.
EX spending a bit of that bar.
That is an SPG activation though.
Yeah. Gotta be careful about the rev blow. The
Ooh,
parry!
and the parry!
That was so early. Rev blow coming through. Gonna be a knockdown. They go nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, the air-to-air confirm. Hold on.
We are not even seeing Vaughty's SPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to use it
Nice
with that much damage. Jumping nice anti-air once again. Dark Angel showcasing.
There we go.
We've seen that before also. Dark Angel's anti-airs are on point with that DP break.
Round 2. Get ready.
So, round 1 going into the 0 meter though. Oh, fireball jumping over, no anti-air. Gets the catch. Nice, simple confirm. Going to the EX actually. Just one though. Doesn't want to go
Not
dead.
spending too much rev.
Yeah. It is a risk-reward thing, right? The more you spend, the closer you are to potentially putting the overheat.
Yep.
And then being in a risk. So it makes sense to be conservative. The parry getting thrown. Don't try that on me.
Not this time. He saw it once. Shame on him. But twice. Never get hit again.
Oh.
Anyway.
Speaking of not getting hit, that super is getting blocked. And again, the overheat is there now for Vaughty, so gotta be careful. Getting anti-aired once again.
Oh,
ooh, the meaty
no.
connects. That's it. Yeah, game 1.
That was a convincing statement.
Round 1.
He didn't come to screw around.
Yeah, nice.
Oh,
no! Doesn't get the actual confirm out of it though. It's okay though. Back on board. Nice, the throw on the landing. Where are you going? Mixed. Almost blocking the cross up.
Gets the dive.
Nice confirm.
Yeah.
Not much damage, but still matter. You got the corner Oki.
Being a bit conservative with the rev.
50% on the rev. And yeah!
Again, another one of those on-point DPs.
You can't jump. You can't jump against this guy. He's just gonna smack you and gonna take a lot of damage.
No-fly zone.
Yeah. There you go. Ooh, fainting full screen, trying to catch a reaction. Add to air once again.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a shimmy. Not like this. It's gonna be round.
That is a dead Gene.
And Dark Angel on set point.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight.
Go.
Quick set.
Ooh, little jab, pressure there. Ooh, the air stall actually getting IE though. Nice just defense coming through.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh, no one's home.
Yeah, kind of like getting whiff punish. Unfortunately, not a combo out of it. Ooh, there you go. Gets the pickup. Whiffing. Again,
That
like
is-
you
that is
you just
good.
can't jump. The moment you press any up direction, you're just gonna get blown up. In SPG. We're not seeing many defense as I say it.
Ooh, the guard cancel.
Rev blow. Gonna be a knockdown.
Now it's
Still
looking.
mixed.
This might actually be it for Vaughty,
Yeah.
and it is.
Buster wall.
And Vaughty definitely isn't okay.
Yeah, being sent into losers. Oh, those anti-airs, man. I still can't get over it. Like, Dark Angel had so many anti-airs. Like, both sets we've seen. This guy just, you know, you jump against him and he's ready. Like, the DP is locked and loaded in there into the full conversion. And, you know, again, it's a pretty big shock when you play, you know, as I mentioned before, SNK game, you want to jump.
Yeah.
But then you play against people like this and you realize, oh, I have to play grounded. I actually do have to be careful of my approaches. And then it becomes difficult because some characters do have a dash, some do have a run. So, you know, depending on your character's tools, depending on your character's buttons, special moves, you know, the neutral approach becomes really scary, really threatening because you just lose the jump option. And if you're a character without air stalls, it becomes really tough. Obviously, you can just defend the anti-air. You know, that becomes its own little mind game. You got 8, is it 8 frames, I believe, in the air, also just on the ground.
6.
Oh, is it 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have 6 frames, which is a pretty big window. You know, a lot of people think like, you know, like 6-5 frames are not that big. It's a lot of time. So you can definitely consistently play that mind game of, oh, I'm gonna IB or just defend the anti-air, take my turn back. Usually you are plus. Sometimes you can even get a full punish, for example. Again, you know, we see Hokutomaru before, from my own experience. If you try to go for the autopilot, you're gonna get sometimes punished for it. So, you know, it is a mind game you can play. Again, similar to other games, like, for example, like First Strike, you know, where sometimes you see people jump, then parry. So it is a mind game you can represent, which actually I don't believe we've seen that many times. We've seen Tommy Boy, I believe, was it? We see the double just defend.
We did see the double just defend.
But people are playing way more, you know, traditionally, I guess you want to call it. Not that super Fatal Fury style, you know, not a lot of those just defense in the air. But once again, it's a tough. This game has a lot of options. You can do so many things at once.
Yeah.
And you can get really overwhelmed mentally.
And it's early days.
Yeah.
We're still in early days. It's like the game's like a month old now. We have some tech, but there's definitely more tech to discover. People are still getting used to the system. Maybe if you played Mark of the Wolves, you have some a bit more. You have some kind of a head start, but I see a lot of players from a lot of different communities who probably are sinking their teeth into the first Fatal Fury.
Yep. Let's see, are we going in? Absolutely are no button checks around here. Shoutouts to button check in Czech Republic.
Okay, that's a nice Shuriken anti-air. This is Zaneke.
There we go.
And now we're seeing who has the better KOF fundamentals.
Yeah.
Is it Brazil or is it Korea?
Let's see. You know, it is those two regions are very competitive with each other. Let's see how they square up here to see. But getting confirmed out of it. Nice! Jumping over shurikens. Gonna be a full combo. Nice. So just defend. No guard cancel. There you go.
Again.
Doesn't matter if it's a hit or block.
Doesn't get the hyper defense. It is tough. It's 2 frames.
Yep.
And that's it.
Go round 1 at KOF. Look at the meter, like Didimokov already almost at 2 bars, so and he's in star of the SPG, so you know hidden gear is available. Nice flash kick on the slide setup. Rev blow, there goes second one, getting the knockdown set up. Overhead blocked, Rev blow evaded. Instantly into the X move.
Mad KF got the spaghetti though.
Just putting the hitboxes on the screen with those shurikens. Ooh.
Just jumping towards.
Nice confirm. Ooh, the super gets blocked.
That is...
No, what is that?
Combo.
The flash kick charge got dropped, I believe.
Didn't come with a chance. Did have a drop there as well.
Nice.
2C. And
no,
that's spending.
It's okay, too light.
Yeah. That's the first match for Mad KOF. So far it's looking like Korea has the better King of Fighters.
Yeah. Ooh, as you mention it though, the shimmy coming through. There we go. Nice, getting the hits in. Overhead. Nope, not doing it again. You're getting flash kicked. Ooh, nice jump. Nice sweep. On.
Good.
Jump in. There we go.
Oh.
Just spring those.
Didimokov is just, you're gonna jump at some point, so I might as well.
Berkera players, you're gonna jump. I know it, you know it. So just do it.
Except, I think Didimokov jumped before that.
Yeah.
Before Medkay did. So, that's round 4.
Oh my god!
Oh, teleport!
Blowing up the EX Fireball. There we go. Ooh, sweep. Gonna be a meaty. There right, goes for the throw instead. Ooh, there you go.
Flash kick.
Fading it.
2C.
And went the air once again. Ooh, the confirm. Gonna be a full combo. The low. Ooh, didn't get a confirm out of it, unfortunately. Trying to anti-air though, a bit too late. Getting it just defended. And now back to that zoning game. Those
Again.
shurikens, yeah, there's 3 of them.
Oh,
Nice, confirm.
gets the combo.
They go super. That was even on whiff. That wasn't even just punish. No, didn't hit. Didn't expect to get hit. And the Far C beating out.
That is
that 2-end.
unfortunate for Didymkov. He could have had that round, but he wasn't ready for the elbows hit.
There we go. Nice jump forward. This time Shuriken recovering. The Zanake and probably was a Dark Cancel prepared. A lot of counter hits from both players.
Good.
Next Fireball. Just blocking, just defending.
Yeah.
Getting all the resources back.
This time we're playing the ground game.
Yeah.
No.
Baiting approaches. You see these guys standing full screen and giving so much respect to each other. Ooh, no. Didn't combo. And that's the wrong super. That's not plus. Trying to go for a confirm. And look at it. It's going to be probably a hidden gear. There we go. Yeah.
You don't want Mad KOF to go to have the SPG, so
Yep. And that Red Bull goes really far.
yeah.
So it's pretty much full screen and it's safe. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, out
And,
of SPG.
Rev is also reset for Didymkov. Oh, what
there
a
we
shimmy!
Go! Getting shimmied and evening it out. 1-1. It's going to be a final game. All right. So I see we're going to game 3. You know, the layers are a bit more advanced. You know, we're more mind games being
Red blow.
played. Red blow, getting the hit. Nice dash under the air feint.
Yeah.
Here we go. Red blow once again.
Yes.
Just Dark and Red blow. Keep doing
And
it.
it's simple. It's effective.
Yeah. It's very strong and doesn't cost much. There you go. Getting the second sweep. Extra damage. Mix.
Yeah.
Blocked. Didn't dash enough for the throw. The throw would have worked too. Fireballs. Putting them on the screen. Ooh, you see the super. Has a lot of meat available.
That's gonna be death.
Exactly. Matt KOF now on set point. Just all the meter though. Oh my god,
That's
Roundstar!
catching the backdash.
Just Roundstar Cadillac want to catch the backdash, getting that full hit. And here we go. Now Shimmy though!
This time.
All this for nothing. As we're evening the life
Are we
situation.
having the hidden gear though? No, we're just spending 1 bar. That's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, wanting to hold it for next round. There you go. Nice throw. Set up the slide. Plus a
Yep.
block.
Ooh, 2C
Nice
combo.
Full combo.
Yep.
Out of rev gauge though at 60%. Gotta give a catching
Trying
the
to
teleport.
teleport.
Another one's coming. I'm sure of it. There you go, as I mentioned it. Shuriken into the teleport. Trying to throw.
Oh,
That was almost dead.
that was that was scary.
Alright, nice.
Yep.
Just the fans to see connecting.
guess-
Just went for the feint though.
Yeah. I think he could kill. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, confirm. No, couldn't get anything out of it.
Oh,
Ah,
and
Shimmy!
then-
He got
Oh,
it!
no!
Recovered though. Not enough time. There you go. There's the jump.
Shurikens. So we're going for a final round here.
Yeah. Luigi. It ends here. And look at the resources. Didymkov has the hidden gear available. It's gonna be really scary. Any hit is gonna be so much damage available. And we've gotta make sure to put him out of PG. But
Oh, with the red blow.
Yeah, the super.
Yeah, that's another one. The super.
there we go. Nice the mash.
Oh.
No, there was probably a super drop. Not sure.
Yep.
Mix. Blocking the mix. We can enter 2C
see again.
once again. What a button. Putting Matt KOF in SPG. Is he gonna use the level 2? Absolutely. We're gonna be spinning.
Yeah. Well, that's
flaming
good. That's a
tornado.
good choice. Oh! Neutral jump. No one's there.
Yeah, oh my god, both players whiffing, flying around the screen. And the fireballs are being
Again.
exchanged. Yeah, gotta jump that. It's 3 fireballs versus 1, but the EX!
You can kind of die for.
Oh.
Gets into all the
Good
hate
throw!
and the throw. Mad KOF moving on in winners.
Hey, you
We
see,
do have our Pool D winners side top 16 guys on deck. So we have Dark Angel and we
Yeah.
have Mad KOF.
yeah, we saw a bit of emotional
Yeah,
situation
well,
there
it
from other
was,
players. I mean, but it was, you know,
it was so close. Though.
yeah, they took everything out of
yeah,
you, right?
yeah.
Like playing final game, final round, with that much on the line, even a top 16 qualifier, it's gonna take a lot out of you. So, you know,
Yeah.
obviously you're gonna get emotion invested. You know, again, a lot of stuff on the line here, so
Yeah.
not surprising. But again, losers one is still there,
Yeah,
I believe, because the
You get into top 16, you have 1 match to go to get into top 8, and that's already a really good prize for you. And if you are on loser side for top 16, you still have to go through 2 matches, so it's kind of annoying.
yeah.
And And of course, if you only win this side, you get another chance if you lose. So it's always better that way.
Yeah, but still
We still have some losers matches to go.
Yeah, I believe so. So that is gonna... No, actually, no. We're gonna have... yeah, we're gonna be going to losers, so we're gonna have... Actually, Cookie Dough cooking.
Cookie Dough versus Helios.
Yeah.
And we still have Lillefjord in the
Absolutely. So we're
in house.
So we're gonna have... Actually, I don't know what Cookie Dough plays. That's gonna be interesting.
I have no idea either.
And Ilios, was it Breacher? Too many players.
Too many players.
Too many players. I forgot what Ilios played. But on the other side, we have Rickmeister and Lillefjord. So yeah.
that's Ganache.
Yeah, Ganache.
Preacher.
So that's hype to see. You know, we always love some Ganache around here. Gonna see some jumping, some spinning, some, you know, air momentum changes with all those air normals.
We're gonna be swimming.
Yeah, we're gonna be swimming. Yeah, we're gonna be swimming around the screen, levitating.
Yeah.
Potentially. You know, enjoying some vibes. That's all about the character, right? He's a DJ, you know, he's enjoying his music. He's having good fun, right? He's there just to have fun.
So, we haven't been to Ganache Sky Palace. Someone picked that stage. It's got decent music.
It's a good stage. And it's a stage when I love the game. I always went there. It's a you know, also with the Ganache song being there, you know, it's a really cool stage. You vibe while you lab, you know, you have fun labbing, combo slapping setups, and then some nice tunes in the background. But we have players setting up. There you go. Oh, never mind. Change of plans. Never mind.
Well, we have so it's Lillefjord versus Rickmeister.
So let's see how these two are gonna go at it. 2 sets away from winners or losers top 16.
I still want to see the... Well, we're gonna have to see check tomorrow. Because we're gonna see the mystery game tournament hosted by Lillefjord.
Yep. I am excited.
We still don't know anything about it. It's 24 players, and that's it.
Yeah, and like that's the best part, right? Because most people, when they hear like, oh, the tournament has a mystery game tournament, they kind of think like, oh, they're gonna play like, you know, let's say like Mortal Kombat 3, some like weird version of Street Fighter. I know Lillefjord has some devious games, like you genuinely never even heard of that. It's gonna be like game you never saw in your life. It's gonna be weird to play. You're gonna get handed a stick. It's already pre-configured with the controls, and they're just gonna be like, go at it. I mean, first to 1, first to 2, go at it, have fun.
It's gonna be tough to surprise me. I've played a lot of different weird games. Shoutouts to Istanbul Beyleri. It's a fun game. Well, funny game. Not so much fun.
It's not, you know, you like spectating it, but then when you play it's a different story.
The Lillefjord games are mostly games you like seeing other people suffer in.
It's shared torture.
Yeah.
You're gonna be observing that, and again, but that is tomorrow, right?
That is tomorrow.
Right now,
I think it's 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's very early. It's very early.
It's 24 players there. I think there's a line, there's a queue for it if you want to join. Yep. So I have a hunch that maybe not all of the 24 people are waking up at
could be
8 a.m. so that they can come 9 a.m. to play mystery games. But who knows? It's gonna be we are hearing the.
Yeah, we hear the picking.
And no surprises. We saw the.
There you go. Feature Ganache.
Salvatore.
Clapping, cheering for their players.
He's already vibing.
He's already vibing. He's already having fun. There we go. Let's see. No button check. We're going straight at it. The slide to start it off.
Oh, spin.
Neutral being skipped. No anti-air. Pressure once again. Oof.
Yeah. Gets tagged by the slide.
Yeah, getting the thrown.
The spin.
Also very long throw animation, right?
Yeah.
Kind of rubs it more in, you know, hey, you're getting thrown. Enjoy it.
I think he has the longest throw animations. But the front throw is the longest. The back one where he goes, Salvatore, the bit shorter. Oh,
they go flying. No swimming though, unfortunately. Nice! Anti-air on the cross-up. There we go. Nice. Woo, there we go. Nice. Kicked up.
Yeah.
Go. Just defend. No girl cancel though.
5C. There we go.
It's a good button.
About even here.
And no pressure. Oh my god. Dash up throw. There you go. Once again. Smacked up.
Woo! Nice.
The recovery.
That's a nice cross cut though.
And be enough?
Should be. Ooh.
No, the draw. And the rising JC just going for it. They go punish on the sweep. Erik Meister getting around 1. First game. So, you know, very momentum heavy. You gotta set the record straight. That first game is really crucial. Oh, getting blocked. Oh my god. The sweep. Connecting cross up.
Nice cross cut again.
Oh, there we go. Nice. Combo. Both players 2 bars though. So this could get very explosive. Potentially even life ending for Rick.
Ooh, I was going to say he has the hidden gear, but not anymore.
Yeah, there you go, level 1.
1 bar.
Yeah. You know, you want to save that 1 bar for the next round also, since Flipper has to bring it back. Farsi is +1 though. You would think with that
cross up.
Move, cross up, there you go, getting the Farsi flying over counter it. No, the spaghetti, it's okay. Throw, give yourself a break. Pushed on the ground.
Oh, backdash.
Let's see.
Rickmeister wants to have none of that.
Ooh, it's backdashing for screen. Come at me. Oh, no, the stop. Got blown up.
And the slide.
Going for the EX version 2, very smart, because, you know, he can just make it safe. He can cancel with another EX move, and he has a +1, I believe, so just save it that way. It doesn't matter, though.
Get the spin this time, but drop the combo.
The cross-ups coming in, Roof Laser and blow. Gets blocked just in time. JD Ertwer. Cross-up. Parry. Nice. Waited for the end. So you gotta be careful sometimes with these like very active supers. You go like, oh, I'm gonna punish it. But then you get caught late active frames. And then we see the hidden gear. A little tornado there.
It's a good choice. Lillefur out of SPG. And
no!
Never mind.
Oh, not the back throw.
That was pretty much.
For sure. Using the rev guard, actually nice. Pushing. Flipper out. Slide.
Slide again.
Dashing. Just going
does
forward.
Have quite a bit of rev. So, and gets tagged by the cross up.
Yeah. Wasn't overheat. It was looking kind of rough potentially, but doesn't matter. Just mix them. Go for the cross up. And that is game 1 then concluded.
Pretty even though.
Yeah.
Tried going for the spin.
Woo! It's gonna be at the wall splat.
Oh, just a go.
There you go once again, going for the flight.
No swimming this time.
No, hide them all.
Yes.
Oh my god, the setup. I thought it was a whip, but no, it was okay.
Spending almost all of the rev. Ooh. No. Cross up.
Ooh, there you go. Oh, the jab. Nah.
That should be a punish. There we go.
Flipper striking back.
Round 2. Get ready. Fight SPG.
Go. Ooh, getting caught.
Trying to come. I think that was a slide attempt. Let's go for the normal record.
Ooh. Oh, it's gonna be big damage. Has the 2 bars and the hidden gear again. No, doesn't use it.
I mean,
you're in a life advantage.
That's a life advantage, and you want the round.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to save the hidden gear for the next round.
Okay. Bit of a risk, but again, now it's very rewarding. You got those 2 bars for the final round, potentially.
Yeah.
It is a set point. Rickmeister lever. Oh my god. Oh no. It's what we mentioned.
Yep.
There'll be so much burn. There you go. Oh no, level 1?
Yeah.
Interesting. Revel meaty. Getting that hit in. It's gonna be enough. Let's see.
Everything's working for Rickmeister. Another level 1? No.
Let's see. And Revel air stall.
There we go. Rickmeister moving on. Sadly, no more Ganache, at least from this pool.
Yep. Our final soldier has fallen. That Preacher player moves on. But again,
so Rickmeister is going against Wauhti
for
the top 16 qualifier.
It's gonna be Janet and Preacher, the girls, fighting it off.
We have a player we haven't seen yet, though. We have Cookie Dough versus Ilios. Ilios we saw earlier.
Yeah. Cookie Dough going really far. Tekken player from goes to my local actually. Plays Raven in Tekken. And then in 2D games, also played a bit of Guilty Gear. Remember telling me that he played Slayer. So, a lot of weird choices. So I really can't figure out what's gonna be picked.
Are we talking Stripe Rental or Exit Rental?
No. Slayer and Exit. Slayer and Exit.
Okay.
Slayer and Exit. So that was the old one. and also in Strive it was Chip. So maybe Hokutomaru, but you know, Raven, Chip. You know, I am inclined to say Hokutomaru. It is the ninja character.
Yeah, well.
But you know, you never know because you have players who.
I mean, you have another choice if you want the ninja character. You could also pick mine. Sadly, you don't have the.
Yeah.
You don't. Your fan isn't as good as in that other game.
Yeah. So let's see what's it gonna be. We see Box.
Box?
Kine.
Okay.
Damn,
Okay.
completely throwing us off. I did not expect
Okay.
any of these choices, but damn.
This.
Again,
we talked about that variety.
yeah, Vox. Like, where do you see Vox? Who like? You don't see
Maybe-
this character often.
Maybe they're a Grant fan.
Yeah.
But sadly, Grant didn't teach Vox the +8 unblock DP break or the 3C. They.
So yeah, so Vox once again, character we
Yeah.
didn't see yesterday. Them's character position insane.
Yeah.
What a pull! What a
Yeah,
pull.
this,
You know,
this,
perfect
this,
spot
this,
for us.
This is a really interesting pull.
So let's see. Again, Vox, a very underrepresented character, is valued pretty weakly, right? Not many
Yeah.
people think he's that strong. So let's see if Kokido is gonna prove us wrong, though. Forward,
It's gonna be tough against
Ooh, red blow.
red blow, yeah.
starting off real good, dashing forward, just those neutral jumps into the dive kick. You know, he has that air stall with that dive
Yeah.
kick, so you gotta be careful about anti-airing once again. Oh no!
Counter hit.
That's gonna hurt.
Kokido
Big dive
is
kick
in
there.
has a pretty dire situation with the red though.
Kind of SPG, unfortunately, while Eleos
Yep.
has all the SPG meat available, so those combos are gonna be cheaper. There you go, nice. Pick up, gets the ender. Let's see, jumping!
Nice
For the
up,
perfect.
but-
That was so nicely timed, going over the throw and the explosion. Dash up jab, no, getting it confirmed.
Oh, back throw.
Yeah, there he goes, setting up the ball.
I mean, a good hit. And Kokido.
Oh, the
1A.
trade!
There we go.
Yeah, didn't have much HP, unfortunately, so had to trade poorly with that round. Going to Eleos. There we go, both players whiffing, trying to just catch something. Blocking the orb. Oh, getting anti-aired by that fireball. Rev blow gets
Red.
blocked. Into dash up throw was unfortunately too far away. Fireball
Oh,
getting the
no.
hit hold, we still pick up. Nice!
DP. That is not good. Now in the corner.
Pressure piling up.
Yeah.
No anti-air.
Yeah.
Nice, they go for the back jump button. Is just one way to deal with
Elio
it.
still keeping the corner though.
Ooh, the punish. No, the drop. It's
Yeah.
okay. Just reset it. Not
Oh.
too much spaghetti.
We're kind of lacking in answer at this match.
Yeah.
And there we go. Baiting the flash kick
And
and
there,
not spending the super.
they go.
We'll see whether that's a greedy choice.
Yeah, let's see. Ooh,
I would. Ooh.
gonna use it.
He
but
was.
that was weird. There you go. There's
There we
super.
go.
Yeah,
2C.
and dying with 2 bars.
And yeah, that was a greedy choice.
Yep. Again, use your meter, right? It is there. Like one level is fine, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes going up to 2 levels is a bit too much, but again, these
Yeah,
level ones
I mean,
do hurt.
I'm of the school of I'd rather just kill.
Exactly,
I mean,
same.
Bar is bar, but if you don't kill and you lose with bar, that stings the worst.
Yeah, absolutely. So now Kokido has to bring it back. But again, pretty tough. Because a lot of those strong things Vox has, right? A lot of those very fast approaching moves. Can't really contest them that much. So all these fireballs.
Issue is that Eleos, if he anti-airs with the EX projectile,
Yeah.
he gets combo. And Fox just kind of have to navigate that.
And the guy gets a flash kick.
And so far it's been kind of dire for Kokido. It's
Yeah, it's looking rough.
maybe
They go. Oh, finds the hit. No hit confirm. Unfortunately,
yeah.
full
Guard
combo.
cancel flash kick. No.
Staying under pressure. Red blow gets thrown though. Don't do that around me. SPG out though. Gets the jab. No enter. Unfortunately, counter again. He's gonna see a combo.
Yep,
Nice.
chance.
At least something. Still those 2
Yeah.
bars.
Oh.
Guard gets a flash kick. Ender
Yeah.
chasing.
Eleos.
Again, so much meter. One hit. Could
Both
hit.
are just holding the meter like smoke.
Yeah. We're not using it.
It's like a. Oh no!
Nice. Big counter hit. Please use the bar. You need it.
No!
The ender whiff.
Please.
Alright,
Okay, finally, someone is spending bar.
There you go. We're playing footsies. Bring out the orb.
And again.
Another orb. Oh, that's so
that
tough.
was-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that was gonna be a rough situation. Being in overheat, right? You're blocking that super, then you have to block all of that. You know, all these EX cancels. You're probably getting out broken,
I mean,
realistically.
it's not fun to block the super, even when you have
Yeah.
Rev.
Even
But
you can,
you're in overheat, you just do nothing.
yeah, you hold it. You hold it. Yeah, welcome back, Venom. You just hold it, can't do much about it. Again, because what we mentioned before, right? You can hyper defense, just defend, play kind of around it,
Yeah.
try to do something, some guard cancels. But in overheat, absolutely not. You
Yeah.
just have to down back
yeah.
or up back depending on what the opponent is doing, and you know, kind of not much. Wait, are we going straight back into it? Is that right?
Yeah, I guess we are.
Yeah, not getting up, just kind of sitting on the chair warmed up for you. So
Yeah.
gonna continue on it.
It's like it's been a really long day for Dinamakov.
Yeah.
I can sympathize.
Absolutely.
I've been here since 9 a.m. as well.
Yeah, we've been here since the morning. You know, you think that, you know, oh, it's like one day of an event, but then it kind of piles up. You know, we had Friday. There were no tournaments besides First Strike, which First Strike was very hype.
Yeah.
J1 winning was really cool. But you think, oh, it's not that many tournaments. It's not going to be that bad for you. But then you're actually here for like 12 hours straight, and you just kind of go, And you get back to your hotel, and you just, it's over. You're tired. You go to bed. You wake up the next morning, go, time to do this again. I'm even more tired, but you know, I'm here for some fun.
Yeah.
I'm here to enjoy myself. And then it kind of just fizzles away. When the hype kicks in, tiredness goes away.
And we still have a day to go at least, so
Yeah, absolutely.
we got the finals day tomorrow.
Yeah, like all the big hype stuff happens to with all those top 8, so
So while we're waiting for our matches, shout outs to Malmö Game Week, and they're collabing with us, so that's pretty cool. And the event is going to be end of August in Malmö Messa, but you'll be able to buy the tickets 5th of June, so pretty soon.
yeah.
I call it Elena Day.
And with that, we are going guys on straight to it. Again, none of these players this pool were doing the in-game button check, I believe. So you know, I'm just assuming we're going straight into it.
So okay, we're straight into it. And okay, starting off with a flash kick.
There you go. Ooh, nice jump out. There you go, the double red blow. Nice, that's gonna be a full combo. There you go, that's gonna hurt. How much are we spending though? Shuriken?
Oh, no.
Ooh, nothing, no extension there. Could have gotten more, not sure.
But pretty actually surprised that he didn't get the bar.
Yeah.
Now he has the bar.
Nice, the free D anti-air, nice. Good stuff there. Getting that first round against Eleos.
Air to air there.
Here we
Again.
go. Nice. Ooh, the shimmy, the walk back. So clean, full combo.
Yes.
Are we spending the super?
Number one.
It's looking like it. It's a super setup.
Oh,
Yep, there we go.
okay.
Hidden gear. Spend all of it. It's gonna also, big reminder, the hidden gear does completely reset your rev gauge.
Yeah.
So you can spend all the X moves you want. If you can go into overheat, then you just pop the hidden gear and you're back in.
Meanwhile, Eleos is out of SPG, which is also really good for Dinamakov. So
Yeah, and that is it for the first game, Rimakov.
that was pretty decisive.
Right. Oh my god, just the 2C. Nice. Good just defense. Again, no guard
No
cancels though.
anti though. That's good for Eleos.
Yeah, there we go.
Gets the corner.
Pressure. Explosion. Getting that anti-air. Nice. How much are we spending? Not much. Ooh, the second
too
Sonic
much.
and whipping.
No.
Mixed. Oh my god. Even makes slide. Nice. Again, the guard cancels do come in handy because a lot of the times you have these like auto time setups where you do some frame kills, and then you can, as a player, go ooh, with punish. Go full combo.
Doesn't even need the super.
What I have to follow up on is, you know, you see these setups, you see these frame kills, them setting up, so it gives you a lot of time to just mentally prepare yourself and then do the guard cancel or, you know, DP, like counterplay. It's a pretty big mind game. You gotta play, but this wake up super just being raw spanned.
Go to the cross up.
Can get the hit confirmed, but it's okay. New combo for you. Double ref bow, good chunk of damage, and one bar.
Yeah.
to see. No!
Just
went for
needs
the
one
feint.
tiny hit.
Yeah. You can even chip out. There you go, 2B.
and- yeah.
Those long legs of Okutomaru. You know, you would think with such a small character, but then you see those B normals and they go really far. You have really far hit confirms you can do. Teleport, not anti-air.
Yeah, it's the same with Bottom, right? She does 2 siege. She's like reaching half a screen with her
Yeah.
with the hands.
So Lutley
Now it's looking.
is in a hitter gear.
Yep, it is.
So much.
He spent all of the rev.
Yeah.
And he's using the hidden gear to reset the gauge.
There you go, and we're gonna be back. And out of SPG.
And no SPG for
Yeah.
Elias as well.
Oh, they go flash kick.
Yeah.
Gets blocked. Still. There you go, the
Yeah.
teleport, the air stall. And are we spending every
disappear.
episode like that
There
is
we
it?
go.
Diddy
That
McCall.
was a quick 2-0.
Yep.
So Dinimakov, top 16 losers side. So we are almost at the full roster for the top
Yeah,
16.
we're missing
But
2
we're-
sets left.
Yeah, we're missing. I think we're missing one. We're missing one set.
Oh, is it just
And
one set?
That's gonna be Wouty versus Rickmeister.
Ooh,
So
oh
we're
yeah,
gonna see,
right.
We're gonna see some Gene versus Preacher action.
Yeah, so final set to see who clocks in the top 16 ticket. After that, it's gonna be done, and the top 16 will begin, right? All the pools have been finished. We had 4 pools. And we're actually really nicely on time, I believe.
Yeah.
So also, like, thinking about it, you know, we've been since 9 a.m. It's been 8 hours. Yeah, and that's kind of what the time schedule was, that we expected 8 hours roughly. So 2 hours per pool with
Yeah.
3 matches. So really nicely on time. So we're gonna end slightly past 5 p.m. our time, right?
Yeah.
For whoever, you know, was watching, if you're from America, if you're from Asia, you know, time schedules are different. Here it's 5 p.m. right now in a minute. So nice afternoon. So, you know, now you finish pools and you can go get dinner.
Yeah.
We have a mall across the street pretty much, so you can go get some food, right? Enjoy yourself. Also go get ice cream, right?
I
Since
think there's like a food festival somewhere close by as
Ooh,
well.
there you
So
go.
like some street food festival.
and more, you know, more to eat. You know, you
Yeah.
can try more stuff. But that's
Yeah.
gonna be that. Players are setting up, preparing. But also something you could try is, you know, a pre-built setup from Sharkgaming, as we mentioned before. You know, Sharkgaming makes really nice pre-built computers. So for anyone who's looking for a new computer, looking up, okay, hey, there's a lot of new games that have been really cool coming out, right? A lot of my friends, for example, Expansion 33, right? They really like that game. So, you know, if you're missing a computer for it, go buy it. Go to sharkgaming.tk and get a computer there. And it's gonna be shipped straight to your door. And you're
Yeah.
gonna, you know, get to play all the games.
Yeah, and our stream PCs are from there.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of the computers have been provided by them here. So, you know, you get
Yeah.
to see, you know, everything runs fine. And that's a good sign. That means, you know, if you buy one yourself, it's gonna run really well.
Yeah.
And what's looking really well too is the players on the setup doing their button checks. It's gonna be the Preacher and the B Janet. So yeah, as we mentioned, final set, then we're done. Gonna be a break. Top 16 will begin. So, you know, hang tight. There's still a lot of Halo Fury ahead of us. Still a lot of stuff to prepare for. And one of these 2 players are gonna be there. So let's see
Yep.
the decisive match. Again, I assume going straight into it.
This,
No button checks.
This is Finland versus Sweden matchup.
Yeah, the Nordic face-off.
Of course, I'm Team Finland.
See, I'm gonna join you on that, right? I don't have a side here, so I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna become an ally for a bit. By rocking the intros. There was some serious play at hand. There you go. And also, I like the color difference, right? We have the red versus blue vibe going on. There, here we go. Nice. Starting with that.
It would be more like a Denmark vibe,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah. You know, maybe it's a statement.
Oh,
red blow block.
red blow, yes. Looking really good for Rickmaster.
No, Mr.
Yes.
NPL.
Yeah.
Oh, both players whiffing, trying to go for the air-to-air. Oh, the red ball air stall whiffed. Cross up.
Cross up.
Run up pro.
That's an exploding start for Rickmeister.
That's a big
At
counter hit.
this
And has level 1.
bit.
Won't even need it.
There we go.
Round
Doesn't
1.
even need to spend any bar.
So they're saving it for next round. So having that early SPG, so Red Bull
Yeah.
is available right now.
Static
Oh,
though.
okay. There we go. Let's see what's it gonna be. Ooh, gets thrown. It was a counter hit. Something was pressed. We don't know what.
Yeah.
Oh my god! These just defense into the Red Blow guard cancel. And here we go. Oh, bam.
And
There you go. Nice ender.
Wouty is
gonna be the wake
answering
up,
back
yeah, the roll.
quite nicely here.
Yeah. You gotta remember, if you don't do an EX special enter, the opponent can roll in both directions. So sometimes it's nice to go for the EX move to get better Oki, because sometimes you gotta have to play that little mind game.
And
But, just a little left, backing
just
off.
a little, just a little.
And Chip just gets the counter hit.
That's two-way counter hit.
Final round for the first game.
Both, both still doesn't have. Oh, that was a nice dive kick, but he didn't believe.
Ooh! Hyper defense, no cancel though. Doesn't matter. Getting the full Rekka, full combo out of it. Yeah, just spend everything. There you go, the hidden gear. I'm gonna do some math. There we go. Big tornado. Kick downwards.
Yeah.
There you go. Big damage. Look at the red.
Okay, just goes for it.
Yeah, again, the meter reset, right? You can spend all the EXs in one. Oh,
But
I think there was a guard cancel attempt, but it just came out raw and he gave a counter hit into the super using the level 1. Going to save it for the next interaction. Mix!
what a cross up.
Are we gonna see the next level 1 used? Are we gonna go for
No, not quite.
No. Cross
Also
up,
another
bro.
one of those cross up, and this is gonna be it.
Yeah.
Just goes for the level 1 straight up.
Bouty, game number 1.
Looking a bit touch and go for Wouty, but he still managed to get the first match.
Yeah, taking a second though. You gotta rethink it, right? How fast this game is, those breaks in between matches are really important. You wanna take a second, rethink what just happened, because sometimes you just, you can fall in the interactions.
Okay.
But there, no confirm. Chibi going through. There we go. Gonna be a full combo.
Looking good.
Let's see, no, the drop.
Drops the combo.
That is
Getting a bit of a
unfortunate.
punish.
Bouty now getting on cross up.
Yeah.
Oh no, the drop. It's
What
okay.
a challenge.
Both players missing a lot of damage left on the table. Cross up.
Cross again.
Oh, the shimmy.
Oh no. This
Might be round. Has meter available and level 1. So let's see what's the combo gonna be. There you go, level 1.
Yes,
Boom!
level
Not
1.
enough
Not
though.
quite.
And the
There we
low.
go. Empty jump low.
Yeah, the classic mix. Now, getting the round. Again, this round is very important. Gotta even it out. Make sure Bouty doesn't get a
Red
chance.
flow goes through the fireball.
There you go, nice. Blocking. Oh, the 30 of the AK5 was a
Hello.
just defend attempt. Go, moving around, making it safe. Nice. You gotta space that, right, to make it safe. Oh my god, it's going for the
dive
gang.
kick. Just take the cleaver damage.
Ooh, the
That-
pressure. Oh, the parry! Not falling for it. The confirm into the super. Just one button.
I was actually expecting the parry to hit because it's
Yeah,
so active.
It's so active, yeah. It's what we talked about before. You gotta be super careful when you press because you're gonna fall for it. But Rickemeister is too clean with it. As you're going red blow, bait it with that neutral jump.
That's really good for Wouty though.
Yeah, there you go. Still in overheat though, but has 2 bars.
Not
That's
too bad.
inside!
Ooh,
The second
this
layer.
is- I'd say this round was a steal.
Yeah,
That was a stolen round, straight up.
I thought the mix-up
Well-
only goes cross-up, but apparently it goes same style also. It's a true left-right, you just gotta guess. And now,
Just,
second hit.
Trying to
Get some
just
info.
defend, Yeah. Just defend.
Oh, the parry! There you go, there it
we
is,
go.
the light active
That's-
frames.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It is super active.
Gotta be careful. Repress.
Dive kick.
Getting
No continuation.
mix! That was a
And
counter hit.
Again.
Nice.
Yes.
Extension into the
level
super.
1.
Gonna be a knockdown and gonna be mix.
It is. Ooh, nice.
Cross start. There we go. Punch.
Still in it.
Yeah.
What is- Oh, the red blow.
Oh, it's looking so tough.
And
Oh,
it's
getting
inside.
strong! Bouty moves on to losers top 16. The final player clocking his ticket into the top 16. Eliminating.
I think that was like most of the jump-ins were cross-up, but
Yeah.
that last one, that was same
Oh,
side.
actually evil. Like straight up evil mix. And it's what we mentioned. Bouty just all the sauce.
Yeah.
All the evil mix up. Like I was like, okay, it's gonna be a cross up. No.
Yeah.
Same side into the full combo, getting the hit, and then that's how you do it. I mean, that's how you get top 16. Got the sauce ready, got the mix, got those hit confirms also.
And that is Pool D.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be, I think that's gonna be at least curtains for us.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Top 16 is gonna be at 6 p.m.
Yeah, so in an hour.
In an
So you
hour.
have an hour to go get some snacks, go,
Yeah.
refreshen up, because again, this was so much action. 8 hours of Fatal Fury. So a lot of time. And now we got an hour. So, you know, go
we
prepare
got
yourself.
like 2 or 3 more hours to go.
Yeah,
for
probably.
Top 16 for today.
Yep.
And there's gonna be even more tomorrow.
Yep.
So it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be it for us.
Yeah.
We're gonna say the usual. Bye.
Believe so. Yeah. But yeah, once before we go though, gotta do a final shout out, right?
Final shout
for
out.
Malmö Game Week. Once again, we mentioned it before. June 5th, tickets are gonna open. So go get them. Go to the event. And
End of August.
have fun. Yeah, end of August.
30th, 31st of August.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And also shout outs to AOC. You know, for the monitors that have been, you know, here.
Yeah,
This
and
whole setup. You know,
yes.
a lot of those setups that you've seen being played on are AOC monitors. So you know, you see how nice they are. 4K, 160 hertz, 1 ms response time. So yeah, go get those monitors. And also with that, you can get a Sharkgaming PC pre-built. So, you know, put it all together. You can get a whole new setup. And once again, thanks to them. You know, without them, the event would not happen. So thank you very much. And with that, top 16 will begin in an hour. We're going to see who clocks their ticket into top 8 for that extra $1,000 in the pot. Like a lot of money on the line. And that Esports World Cup and SNK World Championship qualifier. Again, a lot of stakes on the line.
It's a double qualifier.
Yeah.
You qualify for both if you do really well here.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so with that, we are going to see our first game. Thank you very much for being here with me.
Thank you, Raj.
Thank you very much. You can see our Twitters. Oh, no, not anymore. It's our Twitters there at the bottom for a bit, you know.
I think it's got ice cream time once we...
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going straight to the ice cream. I don't have any today, so I'm going to enjoy some ice cream. So yeah, so with that, thank you very much, everyone, for being here. And yeah, we'll see you in an hour with the top 16.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This is the Esports World Cup 2025, and it just got bigger. Over 2,000 players from more than 200 clubs will battle it out in the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and endurance. With a life-changing prize pool of over $70 million on the line, the stakes have never been higher.
But only one victor into the grand finals.
The prize money will be distributed across the main event, MVP awards, and the qualifiers. And on top of that, an additional $25 million is up for grabs in the cross-game competition, Club Championship. The week of July 7th, the action kicks off with 7 weeks of intense competition. The world's top esports clubs will go head-to-head across 24 of the biggest games in esports.
It's savage into Leona, but that's amazing.
Every match, every moment, every play brings us closer to one question. Who will rise above the rest?
They will march on to the semifinals.
Every club will be looking to challenge the 2024 title holders, Team Falcons.
Club champions.
At the end, the club champions will be crowned.
Breakthrough dream of the Esports World Cup.
Here's what it takes to come out on top. Each club can compete in all 25 tournaments to earn points and climb the club championship leaderboard. The more points a club accumulates by the end of the tournament, the higher its ranking. The club with the most points wins the EWC and is crowned the best esports club in the world, taking home $5 million. But this isn't just a competition. The Esports World Cup will transform Riyadh into the largest gaming festival ever. Esports fandom meets gaming culture, offering visitors immersive experiences across more than 50,000 square meters. This will be a true celebration of everything that makes gaming great. The world will be watching. Be there. Witness the action. See you in Riyadh.